Now recording.
Welcome back to Tales of Troubled Waters, session 31 now. Getting up in the numbers. Does anybody remember anything
That's
about
how it
what
works.
happened last session? Kind of small session, not much really went on.
What?
What is it good for? Apparently unlocked, we've done it twice.
Victory!
Oh, I don't recall what happened. I just started taking
A
notes,
big
really.
private war broke out between Calico Lafitte and Davy Jones. They shot him a lot of times.
look, it killed
turns
him,
out he was
didn't
actually
we?
some kind of coral construct. Yeah. And then Samuel Hornigold, the Sea Dragon Orc, he came and was like, "Oh, what are you all doing? You fucking idiots. You shouldn't be fighting each other in our private village." And then he joined in, and there was so many characters. There was Lucky Luke Felton. There was Lucky Luke Felton. There was Samuel Hornigold. There was Jack of Many Blades. Oof, there was, oh god, what was his name? The guy with the guns.
Let's see how many you can remember.
Yeah.
Can anybody remember any of them?
That's all I can remember. Let me get my notebook. I made a mess of that. Oh, let me take a look. There was a guy called Percival. I remember that one. He turned into a He rode on a guy who turned into a moose. There was like a guy called Elkson. That was his name. He was an elk. His name was like the Falcon or something, and he turned into an elk, and then he got rode on by Percival, who was really pointy. Let's see. Esterosa, the Eagle Elkson. Garrett Sludge Clayton. He was like Clayface from Batman. Percival the Point Peters. Those were Lafitte's fellas. On Davy's side, we have Lucky Luke Felton, the goat. Gilboa Sober, not the goat. He betrayed him and died. Jack of Many Blades, the goat. Corazon. Balani. Is that his name?
Corazon de Ballena. He's the guy that got told to sit the fuck down by Hornigold, and he did for the entire fight.
Probably why we don't remember.
Why did I write Balani then?
Oh no.
Okay. My bad. Anyway, yeah. Davy Jones pulled out of the ocean, being pursued by some sort of hideous sea beast. And he wasn't dead, even though we chopped his head off. And he was like, "Oh, I'm Davy Jones." And then we won. Calico Lafitte was like, "Oh yeah, very important." Calico Lafitte was like, "Aspen Canis, you son of a bitch, you traitor. You betrayed Dagon, even though you have Dagon's powers. And I am Baron Criminel of Dagon. And you killed my brother, Baron Obed Marsh. And now you're all gonna fucking pay the price, bitch." So we killed him.
True.
And
That's
with
all.
That said,
That's all that happened.
we pick up with Aspen and Lenora still on the ship, and both Kisatsu and Valentine in the water carrying Calico's corpse to land.
Oh yeah, I'm a shark. Carrying Kisatsu
yeah,
and Calico's corpse to land.
Oh yes, because you turned into a shark for that last bit of the battle, and then because you thought it'd be crucial, and then just ended up just swimming about for a bunch of turns.
No, I turned into a shark and spent a couple times swimming to shore, and then I ran across the shore, and then by the time I got to where Davy was, he'd already won the fight, so I ran back to the ocean to turn back into a... I wasn't very useful.
Yeah.
You tried. You tried.
I did try, okay. Anyway. We swim back to shore. I deposit Calico Lafitte and Kisatsu on the beach. I return to humanoid
Give me
form.
1 moment. So, as you are going back to shore, Valentine would perhaps be the first one to notice anything, being a shark. You're a creature that's very attuned to water. You're a creature that's very in tune with everything that's going on in the water currently. And you can feel that deep below the surface there is a lot of there's a bit of a rumbling. Perhaps not quite visible yet.
Rumbling! 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 Thank you, guys.
Yeah, there's just a faint tremor from below the ocean, and I imagine you sort of speed up your pace a little bit, and you do reach the shore. At this point, Hornigold and Davy will start to get off of the ship. They'll start coming towards you. There's cheering everywhere as these brave people have taken down Calico the Fit. The few of Calico's men that are left, some of them still attempt to fight, but are being largely destroyed. Many have started fleeing or surrendering. And it's clear that there has been a fairly overwhelming victory for Davy's crew in this fight. And just as Davy and Hornigold are walking off of the boat, the sea very quickly becomes a lot more violent. It's noticed by pretty much everyone on the shore at this point. There is a large agitation below, and just a deep rumbling in your ears. There's a... And as, like, you also see some boats that have started coming towards the shore. Some boats that seemingly have noticed the commotion that was going on shore and have thought perhaps we should be there for this because it's clear that some shit's going down.
Oh, did these look like pirate boats or like navy boats or something?
Most of them look sort of unmarked vessels. You can assume they're pirate boats for sure. And one makes it very close. One's like quite close to shore at this point. As this is all starting, seems like it was probably actually coming in to shore while the fight was still going on. And as that ship slips through, two of the other ships that were coming towards the shore are suddenly impaled on giant spikes of coral that erupt from beneath the ocean.
Oh my god, it's the second phase.
The entire shore in front of you is just suddenly, like, just towers of coral just spiral up. These spikes of coral reach 50, 60 feet into the sky, some of them. All brilliant colours, like oranges, purples, blues, reds, deep pinks and greens. All the colours of the rainbow just crashing up. I said two of the ships are impaled on these, and a lot of people on the shore start screaming because they're like, holy shit, what is going on over there?
Pussies.
Many of the sort of foot soldiers of both crews sort of drop their weapons. People that they were trying to kill just seconds ago just completely ignored because of the sight that has quite literally just erupted in front of them. Hornigold, for his part, quickly just whips his head around. He kind of looks a bit like, what the hell is that? And as he does, he just takes a giant puff of his cigar and just bursts forth like just a really dense cloud of fog that crashes into one of the pieces of coral, cracks it off, and it just regrows straight back into the same place.
I was worried he was going to just he takes a drag of his cigar and gets impaled.
I was expecting him to say some badass line, I'm not going to lie.
Nah, he ain't the one for badass lines, he's just the one for badass acts. Like, this is like a full-on, like... Words. A good, like...
Man of very slow words.
Diameter piece of coral that he just smashes off, but it seems to start regrowing quite quickly. Yeah, everyone's looking quite surprised by this. Including the crew of the ship that's just got onto shore. Yeah, the chaos of the fight seems to be not over as you expected, but it seems like it doesn't seem like this coral's moving to attack or anything like this. It doesn't seem like it's a construct or anything.
Has the rumbling
Calico
stopped?
still seems quite dead. What was that? Sorry, Tash?
Has the rumbling stopped?
The rumbling does eventually stop as like all of kind of seems like the coral that's spurting up seems to slow down. Like just every now and
Okay.
then there's like one little bit. And eventually, yeah, the rumbling ceases and so does the coral.
Am I still a shark?
Assuming you haven't dropped it, yes you are.
Okay. Is Calico still in my mouth, isn't he? Does he feel like Can I tell if he feels like Is he
Warm.
moving? Is he warm?
Nope.
I assume he still would be either way.
Yeah, he's still quite warm, but
He feels dead.
through your shark and vampiric senses, he seems pretty damn dead to you. Like it doesn't seem like
Okay.
Can I check
Yeah,
him out
do
as a
that.
healer? Can I go to wherever Valentine's gonna bring?
Okay, I'll swim to
Him on
shore.
shore
Go,
and-
"Blah."
Inspect the body.
yeah, make a
Okay.
heal check for me, Tash.
That's fine. I'm just gonna double check what my plus is.
I think it's pretty good.
Oh, I'm so fine. It's a plus 11.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
What color? What dice should I pick? Valentine, orange or pink?
Orange.
Well, I rolled a 2,
Yeah,
so 13.
Of course it is.
Nice.
It's his roll.
Yeah, that's what you get for asking me.
But either way,
My bad.
of checking if someone is alive is a 10, so you're fine. Calico is quite firmly dead, you can surmise. You check his pulse, you check his breathing, none of it seems to be active.
Can I loot him?
Now, as you go to like
Oh, only go
if
to
you
him tell
start
me
like,
off.
trying to like run his pockets and stuff, Hornigold's like, not so fast. You'll get your share,
My bad, my bad.
as will everyone. You've done a
Just,
service
Just have it.
here. It's fine. It's fine. We work by
Step
rules
away.
here. As once everything has been sorted out, you shall get first pick of Calico's corpse. But after that, all of the loot will be divvied up equally among the victors.
Understood.
You shall get a fair share. Do not worry. Now, as he just says now, Hornigold just swings around to Davy, walks over to him, and just grabs him by like the top of his head and just lifts him up. Just effortlessly. You notice Davy doesn't even try to resist, he just stands there and just gets picked up and is like, ah, yes,
It's
I
like a
am.
cat picking up its baby.
What seems to be the problem? Hornigold. Sammy. And Hornigold says, "We're a deal, you and me. You set Calico up, and we'd come and dispatch him peacefully. Davy. Chances are he would have been killed anyway, but no, you had to go and make this into a fight. You had to make this a spectacle." What the fuck was that?
I think it was always going to end in a fight, personally.
We clearly saw your head. And here you are, and here you're standing in front of us. You mind explaining that as well? My man Sober, he agreed to help you out with this. And he comes out there and tries to kill you. I want to know what's happened here. Dave says, there seems to have been some sort of misunderstanding. I did not. We were trying to apprehend him. We were trying to take him peacefully, but I mean, you saw he started shooting. So she says, don't give me that crap. I saw your men try and shoot him first. But that I can account for. I can account for a pirate being aggressive. That's normal. But I want to know what did that. I want to know how you returned so fast. I want to know everything that happened there. And David just says, in that case, do you mind just carrying me over to somewhere private? I'm willing to explain, but a man likes to keep his secrets sometimes from just anyone, from any old person's ears. Horny Gold just sort of wipes his face with his free hand. And he's just gonna he just lowers the hand with Davy's head in and just starts dragging him over to the bar.
Can we join? Can we go with them?
Boys be boys.
Ow, shit.
Boys be boys. Boys will be boys.
Pirates be
boys are
pirates.
All's well that ends well.
Spencer
Right?
boys in.
And as he's being carried off, somewhat undignified, he just points over to Corazon, and Davey just points over to Corazon and says, "Me and you are going to have a word after this." Just sitting there all fight. We have to have a talk.
And then the four people of Terlisen, the four Terlisen's heroes all jump and do a high five.
Yeah! John Flintlock, that was the name
Can
of
we
the guy
roll
with
to
the
see if we
guns.
actually hit that high five?
I didn't write it down. Okay. High five all.
Not
20!
Nice. It's a jump check for the record.
16.
A jump check?
That time I got one.
Oh no!
He said we all jump and do a high five.
Oh, this is quite tragic for me as it stands right now.
Well, I get a 20 or something. Like me.
Okay, I got a 13.
And now
Because I got a
it's
-3.
jumping.
I mean, if you get a nat 20, it's a nat 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is.
I did get a -1.
Yikes.
Oh.
Who rolled a 4, so he got a 20.
I got a 13.
-1.
So 3 of the Terlisen's heroes jump up and do a high five. The other one just observes that this is about to happen and falls over.
You do the
Yeah,
floor.
after he
Well,
proposes
like-
it, he's like, everyone, let's do a high five, then just collapses.
Yeah. He just goes,
Because he's the one who
yeah.
suggested it.
Okay,
And
well.
you see
Brilliant.
why do we not have the pipes noise on this server? Damn it.
Yeah, Valentine has a very bright, gleaming, jubilant smile on right now, and this is the happiest you're ever going to see him as he high fives his friends mid-air, freeze frame, zoom out, all that nice stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
I can add it in post for the YouTube audience, and that's the most
Yeah.
important thing.
But yeah. You notice that it's actually still fairly early at this point. I'd say it's probably getting on for noon by this point.
Man, what do we do now?
You see, a lot of people are see that most of the people around are either just chattering amongst themselves, congratulating each other on, their performances. And then the more, the more generally militant or duty-oriented people of the island or of the bay are just rounding up the last of Calico's men, putting them in ropes, etc. You hear a few gunshots going towards ones that are running away. Yeah, it seems like everyone's sort of rounding out the festivities. You also see some people trying to deal with the coral to little success. Is there anything any of you would like to do?
Oh, I remember now
What
what
to
I
do
want
now?
to do. Let me see. So this is a long shot, but is there anywhere on this island where one could purchase scrolls of divine magic? Or not on this island, in this pirate village.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. There. Yeah, as he
Meant to look.
stop doing. It's distracting.
Stop doing what?
I can just hear you in the corner of. I hear you out the side of my ear. Go.
Nah, mate.
Yes, you see a stall that looks fairly similar to the random assorted magical or to the random assorted potion shop. It's in the same sort of area that seems to have scrolls behind it, but at the moment it is unmanned.
Okay, all right then. I guess I'll leave it for now then.
Because they're
The
celebrating.
war has ended. People are still getting stuff sorted out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone just had a fight.
We're
Yeah,
calling
it
it a
does seem
war.
like
It's more of just a battle, right?
Wow.
What's that? Sorry.
War is more fun.
Yeah, I said we're calling it a war, but realistically, it was just a battle. It didn't last that long.
Yeah, you.
You could say it's
You
a
would also be
socio-political war, I suppose. But, yeah. Anyway,
We
sorry.
can university student over here. Yeah, a few of the people of the island, especially Davy's men, also seem to, come up to you and just say like, "Yeah, good job. Like, yeah, well done. You did really well during that fight." Like, you're getting kind of like. Seems
Does
like people
Aspen
are
try and jump and
expecting
high-five one of them?
You can do, yeah. Make a jump check. I'll make one him as well.
No, she asked if Aspen's going to, not if she can.
Oh, sorry. I thought
She's
you
not
said if
dictating
you can.
Aspen's action.
Sorry, I see.
Although I rolled a 19, so I think I'm fine.
Yeah, you both are. He rolled an 18. Very good mid-air high five. Yeah, and I'd say about 10 minutes after the fight's over, you hear from the rum squall ship. Right, lads, are we ready? Wait. Oh, fuck. As there's like a guy that's standing on the bow, and there's like a bunch of people behind him with instruments.
Oh,
and
right,
they're
the
like,
squall.
"Oh fuck, that's over, innit? Oh shit. Well, back to your places." Oh fuck.
Yeah, because last session, Hornigold was like to the rum squall ship, like start the squall or whatever, and then nothing happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
You notice a lot of them seem to be like kind of rubbing their face and stuff. It seems like most of them have either just woken up or are coming off of a very bad hangover.
Of course.
Makes sense.
Pirates.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually, you do notice people starting going back to stalls and such. So, the Divine Scroll Shop, Valentine, as you're passing by at one point, you do notice there is someone behind the counter now. The scroll shop, full stop.
Ah! I'm approaching the divine scroll stall with my hands together like a vampire raised by flies.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello there. You're that guy that ran across the shore and turned into a shark or something?
Yeah, that's me. I did that. Because of the spirit of two wolves they reside within me. It allows me to transform into any animal that I wish. I can even sharks, even dinosaurs. That's true.
Right, sure.
They called me the Rat King back in college. That's also true.
What's a college?
Huh? What's that?
What's a college? You're deaf!
Oh, it's excuse me, it's a place of learning. It's a place of learning!
Oh. You're one of them educated types, right?
Yes, and I assume you are too because you're selling scrolls. Give me some of them scrolls. I'm looking for a scroll of command, if you have it, and a scroll of sending, also if you have it, please.
Sending, let's have a look.
I forgot to look up the prices of these beforehand, so give me a minute.
That's fine.
Unless you want to do it, but I'm trying. Oh, here we go.
I'll do it. Oh, you got it.
Yeah. It says here command would be 25 gold pieces, and sending. Let me see.
That's cheap.
Oh, I can't find that. Yeah, because I only learned in the last 14 Island session that apparently divine spellcasters can use with scrolls spells from other divine classes.
Yes. That's kind of the point of having the caster classes, of divine and arcane. It's to separate scrolls mostly.
Okay. Sending's going to be a little more expensive, but I guess Valentine doesn't know that. So 1,125 gold pieces, and then he can tell me that, and I can be like, whoa, yikes.
I've rolled for him, and he does actually have both. It takes him a minute of sort of searching through a big box he has. Seems like these aren't organised at all, particularly.
Welcome to my big box of scrolls.
And he pulls one of command out fairly fast. But he's looking for a sending one for quite a while, and then he sort of.
And then you're not even gonna get it.
And there's a few boxes on the back as well, but these ones seem more individual. And there's a nicely there's a very ornate scroll, or scroll box even.
Yeah.
And then reads on it and is right, this one. He puts the command one on the table and the sending one on the table. As puts the sending one down, you notice it seems to have the box itself seems to be sort of Worcester Navy owned, from the sort of symbols you can see on it and the way it's decorated and such. Seems like this probably actually owned by a naval ship that was probably raided at some point. As for the command one, it just seems like some random bullshit they've picked up somewhere. Right, this one here, 25 gold. This one, hope you're fucking
lovely.
rich.
Lay it on me.
What was the number you said, sorry?
1,125.
This one is going to run you 1,100 gold.
Holy shit. Inflation has really hit this economy hard. Back in my day, that would have been 700. But, no bartering. I'll take that, actually. Thank you. And I'll also take 2 of the... What?
You got the scratch for it.
I've got a scratch for a lot of things. Lay it on me. Give me. They call me the scratch. And I'll take 2 of those commands. Yeah, I'll take 2 of those commands. Thank you. They call me the itch. The moist scratching.
He keeps his hand on the
I'm never saying that again.
scroll as he searches underneath the counter to pick up another command one. He's like, "Let me see the money then."
I hand him 1,200 because 1,100. Right, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hand it over. I fork it all over out of my big pouch.
Damn, how'd you have that much gold? That's crazy.
I can't remember. So long between seconds. Likewise.
Got like
I'll be off to the
590 gold.
I'll be off to recuperate with all the victors. Now, the victors of the battle. I'm looking forward to meeting that Lucky Luke Felton fella. Actually, no, I wouldn't know his name. I'm looking forward to meeting that rabbit fella.
I will also mention, just mechanics-wise, just so you're aware, I'm not. Don't think that you can learn another divine spell.
Oh no! I know that. Because that's why they're so much cheaper than arcane scrolls, aren't they? Because I can't learn them. They're just like a one-time use thing.
Yeah,
that's fine.
So this is a one-time use of sending. Just wanted to sort of clarify that.
Just because there might be an emergency where I need it. So.
Yeah. But yeah, as you say, like, as you mentioned, you're looking forward to meeting that rabbit fellow. He's like, oh, you mean Lukey boy? Yeah. Yeah, he's a member of our crew, Davy's crew. Picked him up a few years ago now. It's good lad.
Yeah, he seemed like a funky fellow, and I liked his hat.
He definitely has a sense of style. Even if he was fucking useless that entire fight.
Hey, he seemed very well read, and that's got to count for something. I, as a man who went to college, know this.
Of course you think that, city boy.
I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna walk away. Steady boy. Off I go. What?
City boy.
City. I thought you
Yeah, I
said
heard
city
you
boy.
say city. I did say city boy.
My bad. Okay, I'm off. Someone else.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do.
Batsman or Lenora got anything they'd like to particularly do in this post-war
I don't have any
time?
fucking money.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to go to Aspen.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Aspen? I saw you took a couple pretty good hits during that fight. You okay? How does he look, by the way?
Well, he's not stood up since he fell over.
Oh, he's still there. Okay.
I see.
You okay, Aspen?
still
He's just chilling.
Wake up. Get up. Do you need a hand? I'll
awake,
reach my
he's
hand
just-
down.
Staring up at the,
Yeah.
staring up at the sky.
Reach your
You
hand down.
notice-
It's fine. Lift him.
Yeah,
He
you notice
when
he
the
looks
coral erupted.
very injured. The bullet wound on his head looks grim. Sort of like an indent of skin, and the skin there looks sort of purple and red and angry. Looks like it's still going to be in a lot of pain for quite a while, even if it's technically not dangerous anymore. Looks like it's going to have to deal with it for quite some time.
By the gods, Aspen, your face. Look what has become of it.
Tis but a scratch. As he lays and stares at the sky.
I don't have any healing.
Would you like me to help you up?
And he just at that point, that's when he just sits up and then just stands up and just
Good man. Anyway,
Can I I guess we all would have seen the scene between Davy Jones and Horny Gold, right?
Yeah, he wasn't trying to hide the fact that David was getting carried
Can
out.
I attempt? Obviously, they've gone somewhere to have a secret chat. Can I attempt to go listen in on said chat?
Yeah, you could do. You saw they went over to the bar. At which point, you could probably sort of follow that through to figure out he's probably taken him to his office in the bar that you've already been to. No, it's up the stairs in a small room. So
I
it's
mean,
on
I
the
assume
second
like the
floor.
construct of the ships aren't very well like I assume you can hear stuff. Is there?
This isn't a
right?
ship. This is a full-on brick and mortar building
Oh, it is. Okay, right.
on the shore. It's a distillery, so it's a big building, to be fair. You could try and enter through the doors if you want and see if there's a way to get up the stairs without being noticed, or you could try and go on the outside or something. There's ways of doing it.
I might start. Yeah, I might start on the outside, see if I can hear anything from outside.
I'd say make a listen check.
Oh boy. I don't think so. It's a 9.
Now, as you're on the outside, most of all you can hear is just some general rambunctiousness from inside. Seems like people have already gone back to the bar and started drinking after the big fight.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and sneak in, but I'm not gonna try too hard. Like if I, if someone tries to stop me, I'm not gonna.
Yeah. As you walk in the door, you see the site you've seen a few times now, the inside of the bar, and by the stairs that, as far as you know, are the only ones that lead upstairs. You see the gunslinger that was with Hornigold at the bottom of the stairs.
Is he drinking?
He's not. He seems to be just standing in front of the stairs, sort of leaning against the. It's sort of like leaning against the wall, and he's got a smoke in his hand.
I'm gonna go up to him. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, why aren't you having a drink?"
Got to stay vigilant.
Against what? Everyone's partying.
People that want to take advantage of the chaos of the war.
People keep calling it a war. That's not what my character says. That's an inside thought. Anyway, I mean, Hornigold can handle himself, surely.
Maybe. That's definitely true. But why bother him? You got some business with him? Is that why he's running up these stairs?
No, I'm not intending on seeing him anytime soon. He seems busy, but I just, it's everyone's celebrating. You're the only person here who looks to not be having a good time.
Make a diplomacy check real quick.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh, you know what? That's actually good. 15 add 9. 24.
Pretty good. With his sense motive checking account, I'd say he just says like, "No, don't worry about me. I'll get a drink when it's time."
Well, it was worth a try. Anyway, okay. You have a good rest of your day then. She just leaves.
Yeah, sorry. You won't.
I don't care that much about it, but I thought if I could overhear some conversation, then that would be cool.
Oh.
But I'm not willing on getting on Hornigold's bad side for that.
I'd say with your time at the bottom of the stairs, the office isn't that far away from there. You can't really actually hear much from up there, which at least insinuates to you that there's not shouting. Hornigold's voice travels quite far when he is shouting, so it seems like, at least at the moment,
diplomatic.
there is no arguments happening. Whether that's because they're getting along fine, or one of them's dead, you don't know. But
true, I don't know that. No, that's fine. I just thought if I can overhear anything, then it would be good to know. But in theory, they're both on our side anyway, so.
Yeah.
But I leave this guy. In fact, I go to the bar, I buy him a drink. I wordlessly put it next to him on the step. Like, I don't try and go past him, but I assume he's kind of stood to the side smoking, so I put it on the step and then I just walk away.
Fair play. As you do, I mentioned before, he has like sort of cowboy hat on, and he sort of like tips it to you.
Hell yeah! Have a great day, King. And then I leave. was spiked, and now he's dead. I
You don't have
kid,
anything
obviously.
you can spike it with.
No, true. I you know. But yeah, there we go. That's all I wanted to do. I don't think. Did they take Calico's body with them, or is he been like speared and is he being paraded around the town? I don't know what's happening.
With Calico's body, it's. I should have mentioned this actually. Seems like it was sort of laying there for a while. No one really wanted to touch it because thought like. Actually, like, a couple of people did try to mess with it, but they were kind of shooed off by Davy's men and stuff. And eventually, someone walks out from the bar. Actually, wait, no. So it'd be. Yeah, the walk out from the bar. Go over to the body. Seems like they have a chat with some people around that kind of protecting the body. The people that protect the body sort of just step back, and he gets a couple of them to hold the body up while he has a spear in his hand and just skewers Calico's body on the spear and just puts it into the ground outside.
From tip to tip, hey.
If you inspect it, it's more like you insert it through the anus and through the mouth.
Not through his urethra, right?
Not through his urethra.
That's a shame.
Damn. That is a shame. It's a crying shame. DM, I want you to retcon that. I want you to consider it strongly.
While I'm with Aspen,
I'm good.
Sorry. While I'm with Aspen, I want to actually say to him, like, so Lafitte turned out to be a Baron of Dagon. It's my first time encountering one of them, and he said something that I found quite interesting. Did you notice? He called you a traitor. You specifically. I wonder what he meant by that.
And Aspen actually, like, would Aspen know why? Or would he just be like pretty oblivious? I don't actually know whether he.
At this point, with what was said last session, because Calico was basically saying like, you're a traitor for what you've done for using those magics against another Baron and stuff. I'd say at this point, Aspen would have put 2 and 2 together and realised, at the very least, this magic is dagonically sourced.
He sort of like looks at his like hand, and you see like little pricks of like
Practice!
bliss at the end of his fingers. He just sort of holds his hands up and just they drop to the floor, and then he shakes his hand and he says, "I think it's to do with that that thing that Samadi taught me how to do."
The bliss.
The bliss.
The bliss.
Interesting. I've not been quiet about my theories about Samadi and his top hat. He gives me a bad feeling.
Well, it gives me a bad feeling too, but this stuff seems to be good at killing things that we need to kill, so... yeah.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
I'd say Kisatsu also exists, by the way, guys. He'd probably been sticking
Then
by
do
the ship.
something.
I know, I'm just saying.
Kisatsu has been stuck in stasis.
He'd probably be like staying kind of near the ship, so he'd probably be fairly close to Aspen still, and he'd be like, right, say like, either way, I think at some point we might need a chat.
Yeah. Probably.
I think this is
Aspen,
gonna happen.
are you going to remove that curse from Kisatsu's tiara already. You said you would.
Please do. I don't
He's gonna rest and probably have
know
to
what it's
pick the
doing, but
spell
it's probably
up.
doing something.
It'll have to be tomorrow, so I can prepare the spell.
Right.
Been saying that for days.
I don't think he has. I think he
Tomorrow,
realised.
tomorrow.
I think he's been saying it for like 2 days, but yeah. Okay.
Well, one of the days we've been in a war, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna
Okay.
check. I'm gonna check something real quick. It's probably gonna be quite a lot.
Can help scare the shit out of
Me,
me.
every time someone calls it a fucking war. 2 things. I'm gonna do 2 things.
Okay, I don't know what's gonna
First
do.
thing is I'm gonna go. Oh wait, no, it's Kazatsu doing something. Sorry.
No, Satsu
No.
was just basically saying, yeah, we need a chat with Samony. That was it.
I'm gonna go to Aspen and I'm gonna try and do like a heal check to hopefully I don't have any spells left, but to hopefully dress some of his wounds.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, just make a heal check.
Yeah, you know what? Hell yeah. I think it's 22.
Nice.
Nice. Great.
So yeah, Aspen, Lenora approaches
Just so
you.
they're less deforming.
Yeah, she uses. I'd imagine that Lenora would have some sort of medical equipment on her, and also there is medical equipment available. Seems to be some of the people of the island at least have some idea of how to.
I'm just
heal.
spitting straight into his wounds. No other medical equipment, just wow. No, I'm obviously kidding. But yeah, so I do that and I go.
It's in
Probably
his
best
face,
if you
and
go.
he just wipes the thing off his face and shakes his hand on the floor.
It looks like bliss. Just go. Oh, right, it's probably best that you head off to bed now. Go find somewhere to rest. And then
You feel vaguely more comfortable.
He just
The
nods
thing-
and turns away and walks off to the cabin that he slept in.
cool. She doesn't say much else. And
I think
then
put the door back on hinges from when David.
Yes, we put the door back on its hinges, don't
Yeah.
we?
Sorry.
After
Continue.
David kicked it
and then I'm gonna head back to the guy who I gave the beer to. Sorry, dude. I was just ruining it. Just fucking up this guy's day. I'm gonna go to him and I'm gonna say, hi again. Sorry. I just wanted to say, if Goldie Horn comes down from there at some point today, or whenever actually. To be fair, I would like. Why are you guys laughing?
You said
Goldie Horn.
You said Goldie Horn.
His name is Horny Gold.
Not Goldie Horn.
I thought I was wrong, but I didn't want to. Anyway.
Goldie Horn.
The first person to break with Kane, I think there.
Anyway, I'm not going to say the name again, guys. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
When he comes down, I think it would be good to discuss with him what the plans are with our group, considering the circumstances.
Don't worry, it's fine. I'm having a chat with you. You're next on his list, actually. I think. After
Oh,
Davey.
okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, well, clearly, but that's fine. Thank you. Ow. And then she goes to go have a nap as well because she's got no fucking spells and no prospects. She's going to bed at midday.
Yeah, I'd say by this point it's probably more like. Actually, yeah, it's not been that long. To be fair, it's not been that long. Yeah. Well, with Valentine, if you did want to have a chat with Luke, he does seem to be around.
God,
He,
the lands.
I think the last you probably would have seen of him, he went onto Davy's ship If you don't want to have a chat with him, that's fine. I'll continue. But yeah. Yeah. If you're leaving him be for now, the next major thing that would happen is after about half hour to a half hour, maybe a little bit over. Sorry, hour and a half, maybe a little bit over. Davy and Hornigold walk out of the bar. As Aspen and Lenora have gone
Oh my god, the
to bed,
punchline of the joke.
they probably wouldn't. Yeah, they probably wouldn't notice. But Kisatsu and Valentine would eventually clock this. By the way, Kisatsu's mostly been hanging out with Valentine, chatting with him, mostly about
Old man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be discussing like this Dagon stuff with him actually, since we just learned that we just killed another Baron, and he said all that interesting stuff to Aspen. So we've been discussing that.
Yeah.
It's your choice whether you want to go into that, but
Yeah, because would be happy to talk about it.
I wouldn't be making small talk after the events. So
yeah, that's fair.
I'll be making big talk.
Big talk time. BTT.
I could summon a celestial monkey. Look at that.
Holy fucking shit!
I might do that.
No way.
That's insane.
Yeah, crazy. I know. I was looking for my
That's
page and
why
I
I
saw
want a
celestial monkey.
His name would be Celine Dion.
Anyway, me and Kisatsu clock Davy and Hornigold's tea as they walk out of the bar.
Looking that you're standing on business.
Before that, would you mind making a spot check for me? Just Valentine.
Not at all, buddy.
He's going to roll above a 10, I believe it.
I rolled a dirty 20, ran through 20, 15 overall.
That's
no, not 15
20.
overall, 15 on my die, dirty 20 overall.
Yeah.
Thank you for your faith.
You're welcome. Talking about that celestial monkey.
At some point, off in the distance, you notice someone wearing like fairly basic clothes, sort of looking at you with like. Someone seems very like. Sort of seems to be studying you a little bit, and you notice him like sort of pull out a piece of paper. It's like.
Okay.
And then goes back to if you kind of watch him a bit, you see him walk onto the ship that arrived just before the coral erupted.
Okay, are there any flags or identifying symbols on this ship?
No. It seems to be a very unmarked ship, this one.
Very
Very few people on it, most of which look very plain. Obviously has sails, but there's no insignia of any kind emblazoned anywhere. The ship doesn't even seem to have a name from what you can see.
What does this person look like?
Very plain clothed, sort of just wearing. Actually, what would that be? What are your knowledge skills?
History.
Then just make a general intelligence check, please.
14.
14. The clothes he's wearing seem, in some ways, like they're almost made to be as plain as possible. Like, he seems to be wearing the most basic clothes he can. And they seem... It's a bit of a distance off, but, like, there's something about the clothing and the style of it that, even though it's made to be plain, you're kind of like... kind of seems vaguely familiar. Not that you've seen this person before, but just like the sort of clothing style seems potentially familiar. But you can't put a finger on it, really.
Okay. I tap Kasatsu on the shoulder. That person recognized me.
Oh.
I think he's either from Karen's Obols or the Stagnant. More likely the Stagnant.
Oh. Have you told anybody about seeing your wife on a ship?
Not specifically on a ship, no. I told them that I saw her alive.
Oh, like, yeah, you saw. Should I say, like, you used the sight thing on her at one point, and you saw that she was in a coffin on a ship.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't said that, then
and they would have known. They were present for the interrogation where we learned that the Stagnant were sailing to like Gratatis.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, suppose it could have been, or I mean, I don't know. You might be getting more of a name for yourself than you think you have been. Suppose.
Yeah, it's because I introduced myself. I introduced myself to you guys as my full name that one time, and I haven't stopped regretting it.
We haven't told anyone about you.
Aspen has. He keeps introducing me as Bruno Valentine. It's getting my nerves.
Oh, that's true, actually. Fair.
Anyway, let's see what Davey and Hornigold have to say.
Yeah.
Are you going to come
We've
wake
got
us up
actually
and
gone
just
black and
leave
white and
us?
Victorian.
What was that?
I'm just cold.
Oh.
I asked if the boys are going to wake me and Aspen up.
I'd say probably not yet, because they don't know that they're going to be spoken to next. Or at least Kasatsu wouldn't.
No, but surely when they come up to them, they'll be like... Anyway,
Maybe eventually.
it's fine.
We'll get to that.
If it's a no, it's a no. It's a no.
As you walk up to them, you see like a few of Davy's men start crowding around as well. And Hornigold and Davy, they both seem unharmed, and they seem like they're getting on well enough. They're still staying quite close, and they are actually having a bit of a laugh.
They're
you see.
gay.
Yeah, it seems like whatever they spoke about has gone reasonably decently, at least. You'd have to ask them for any more details. Seems like no one wants to approach too close, but people are still kind of like gathering.
Curious.
And Hornigold will kind of point over to Aspen, to Kasatsu and Valentine as he sees them, and say like, grab the other members of your crew. Come to my office, we'll have a chat. I'm just going to kind of give like Davey a slap on the back. They stumble forward a bit, and he's going to walk over to the bar again, or the distillery. At this point, David's crew kind of crowds around and starts asking, like, what happened, Captain? What happened? What happened? What would you like to do? Would you like to gather your crew now, or would you like to listen into what's happening?
I'll ask Kasatsu to gather the crew, and I'll stay and listen.
Got you. Kasatsu walks off.
Go gather the others.
Goes over to the cabin you've been staying in. While he's doing that, you see, like, Davy's crew is all, like, sort of clamouring, and Davy's like, Right. All shut up a minute so I can actually explain this. No, you joining in our little chat too there, Mr. Fancy Man. Right. He's speaking to you as he says that.
I know.
Just making it clear. He says, Right. Everything's fine. I'm not going to be killed, which is quite lucky, I believe. However, I might not. I may be beholden to this island for quite some time now. Which is fine. It's fine. Aspen. Actually, you all did very well, except one of you. And he points over to Coruscant and is like, I understand. It was on the orders of Hornigold himself. Well, you literally just sat there and did fucking nothing that entire time, you useless twat. Coruscant
I
says,
love British people.
I'm sorry, Captain. I'm sorry. I could not move. I was paralyzed, honestly. Dave says, remind me, you're a good fighter, but if a good fighter won't fight, I don't see much point in having them round. For now, I'll just cut your rations for a while and you won't get a cut of this reward that we're going to get for taking down Calico. Any more, though, and it's your fucking head. You got it? That is fair, Captain. That is fair. That is fair. You notice he seems to have a Canadian accent.
Ah, I see. He's Spanish.
Yes, he is.
I thought he was French.
It's hard to differentiate between
European.
a French and Spanish accent. I find it tough. But yeah, it seems like after that, there's sort of like, sorry, the conversation gets a bit more casual and start just chatting about general stuff like, oh yeah, that was a good showing from you. You did well there. You did this well. You were kind of shit there. A lot of people kind of seem to be making fun of Luke for just being flashy and doing nothing. Which one is big?
Oh yeah, was he the one who had to do all his attacks were based on dice rolls, like as in
Yes.
picking? I like that.
Yeah, you wanted to whiz him up.
Yeah.
We all
I did, and then I realised he's a
He's got on
rabbit.
the thumbnail. Okay.
Fucking racist. Okay.
Well, that's more for Satsu.
I don't know what the rules. I don't know what the rules of this world are.
I don't know. Rule. You can try and raise him up and see if he's racist. You can try and raise him up and see if other people are racist. You'll have to see.
True.
Kind of depends where you are as to how racist people are.
I don't think there should be any racism.
Let's end racism, guys. Tell us Sean
Guys,
Waters goes on
hashtag-
for 100 sessions trying to end racism.
Stop rabbit hate.
A fox guy being on the team for Stop Rabbit Hate is very funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Sure. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Yeah, eventually Kasatsu will come
Because
back.
you're sick and
with-
tired of our shit.
Actually, yeah. Eventually Kasatsu will reach the cabin and so I'll be like, wake up you two lace bones. The horny gold wants us.
I
I
think
really wanna
Lazy
keep him
Bones.
waiting.
I think Lazy Bones is an unfair view of the situation, but I'm awake and I'm coming. You
That's
tried
awake.
waking up Aspen from
Aspen
fucking
does
death
wake.
twice.
He gets out of his bed and just walks out the cabin without a word.
That's been wakers.
I will say, there is a noticeable gif in how animated he's being.
Yes.
You need to stop dabbing.
I need to keep dabbing more.
It's 2026.
7. 6, 7.
up.
Aspen, have you heard about 6-7? You're not entertaining this. Okay, I understand. Lenore will get it when I ask her.
21.
She's the best friend I have here. "21. You're stupid.
Damn, Daniel.
The mad jester just took a shit in the corner.
I'm back.
He's back.
Does a dump in the corner of the
He's
room
back.
and then promptly fades out of existence, leaving his dump behind.
His steaming jester residue.
The man jester is shot in the corner of the room. And
Don't call it steaming jester residue.
Why?
I don't know, ask the man jester.
With Aspen and Lenora in tow, Satsu starts walking over to the distillery, and as he passes by where Davy and Valentine are, he sort of like gives you like a come on, let's get this over with.
I'm fucking going.
Valentine also starts following. You walk back over to the distillery, and still at the bottom of the stairs is John Flintlock.
Oh my god, it's my bestie, my best friend.
Yep. He sort of like nods to you and steps out of the way now. And you can pass straight by through. That's who, I guess, taking leave for once. Leads you upstairs and to where he remembers Hornigold's room being. And as you open the door again, once again there is, like, inside is just a choking cloud of smoke. But you can't even see in at first, it's just a fog.
I just thought you were gonna. You walk in and he's just choking him. So what the fuck?
Oh yes, please, some of that.
He's an old man. He is not a glucker.
He's not a glucker?
He's not a looker.
That's what you said.
I thought he said he's not a glucker.
He's not a
He
glucker.
did. I think he was torn between he's not good looking and he's not a looker, so he came out as he's not a glucker.
We'll find out if he is in a minute.
Sorry, Zen. Let's continue.
Hornigold would not take it, mate.
Why are you debating this, mate? Carry on.
Just saying.
Carry on with your D&D.
Okay, no, the DM decided this is more important.
Come on.
Samuel Hornigold's sexual proclivities.
Let's lock in. Lock in.
As you walk in, he just says, "So, what happened? Give me a rundown. Your side."
I'm sorry, Gold. I'm sorry, Goldie Horny Gold. It's been at least 4 weeks since our last session, and I do not remember what we did.
Calico Lafitte approached us and asked us to assassinate Davy, which is against the rules. As far as we know. So, Davy attacks back in retaliation. That's all we know.
What did Davy tell you to do?
Davy asked us to fake his death. We chopped his head off using the help of some kind of spell cast by your man, Gilboa Sober. We approached Lafitte and told him that we had fulfilled the job. And then at that point it was out of our hands and Davy's men sort of took over. And then the whole fight broke out and we were sort of we were sort of caught there.
Aspen jumps in for a second, and he goes, I have this magical ability that was taught to me, and he shows him the bliss dripping from his fingers. As soon as I use this, Calico the Fit seemed to have a fixation on killing me, and he did kill me for a second almost.
Nice.
I had no choice but to fight for my life.
Oh, I saw you get fucking rocked by some of them shots. I'm not questioning whether it was self-defense. I can see that seems fairly clear. Well, you have to show my next question, though. What did he mean by that? He said you were a traitor of some kind. You met this man before? You know him?
Before we came to Scapudo, I'd never seen him before at all, actually. He was likely referring to this magical ability that I have that I learned from a man called Samadi, which you may or may not be aware of. We've been meaning to ask him some questions about his motivation for a while now. He taught me this power and told me it was a force for good to get rid of a darkness that is currently plaguing the world, known as Dagon. And I've come to the sort of realization that the power that he's given me is the same as which the barons of Dagon are using. It's very unlikely you will actually remember this conversation unless you know of Dagon. For some reason, Dagon's influence causes people to forget the conversations that they have unless they are focused on Dagon a lot. And as our motivations as adventurers go as far as stopping this plague from taking over the world, so we're focused on it a lot. But we've seen people who have forgotten conversations that we've had about him. So if maybe it might be advisable to potentially write this down so that you might not forget in the future.
Just as a general thing, make a diplomacy check to see just how well you get any point across and stuff.
Yeah.
But also ask the same from you, Valentine.
I was very impressed by all the things you just remembered and said. Well done.
Yeah, it's good.
13, which is very low for me.
Aspen's diplomacy is okay. 39.
Holy
Okay. 39. Sure.
My diplomacy is at plus 20 due to various things, and then I got 19 on a roll.
Holy crap.
Yeah, Aspen's been min-maxing the charlatan conversational stuff, so anything conversation-wise, he's fantastic at. He's just not very good at anything else in terms of skill checks.
So am I, in theory. Meant to be good at the talking stuff. But I was never all good enough to actually demonstrate that. I would have been better taking a 10 just then. I forgot I could do that.
Eventually, Valentine's just going to stop rolling dice, and it's going to buff his character 20 times over. Just take 10 on everything. Right. So, that. Holy Gold sits listening to you. Usually is a fairly loud man, but he's listening quite intently at this. Bruno, as you're talking, he seems a bit unsure of your words, but not so much that he actively distrusts you. It's more like seems like he's just having trouble, like, kind of fitting some things together. But he doesn't put up any argument against it. Aspen, as you're talking, like, you say everything you say, you're just saying it in a very, very, like, well-spoken, very well worded way. And you tell this guy that seems usually very like sort of laid back, like very calm, relaxed, whatever. He actually kind of locks in a bit as you're talking. It's like, right, this actually seems important. He says, right, he kind of like clicks over to someone. He's like, what was the man said? Write this down. It's important.
Aspen continues for a second and he goes, I understand that Calico the Fit was one of your men and quite a trusted man. Well, too many on the island, mate. To many on Scapudo, he might have been an extremely trusted man of high power, high value, and disrupting the balance of power is not what we came here to do at all. However, understanding what I know of him now, being a Baron of Dagon, his riddance is ultimately better for the world.
That's definitely more than what you're saying, from what I can tell. Calico was trusted by his own men, but very few others. The reason he was kept around was just because he could do fucking weird shit with Carl to keep us safe. Seems that power might have got a bit out of hand when he died, but as a natural barrier, this seems like it's gonna protect us quite well. However, getting ships out might be a problem. That's a problem we'll have to solve.
Is it also not going to draw attention to the island, this 100-foot tall coral spikes?
Be surprised if the Navy don't have something to say about this. Don't have something to investigate. But if they can't,
Perhaps there could be some way to remove them with cannons or something like that. I don't know. Just throwing ideas at the wall here. Maybe we could blast them.
We'll be trying what we can to remove them as soon as we can. All that's in due time, though. For now, I've heard the story. I've decided that you can be trusted still. You're still members of Scapudo, and you're welcome here at any time. You'll get your fair share of Calico's loot and his bounty, and I'll allow you to take one of his. I'll allow you to take the first pick of his possessions, whether you want his boat, his gun, clothes, body, I don't care. One of his men. Take anything you want, any one thing.
A man?
We are extremely grateful for your continued trust, and we promise you won't be disappointed.
I'm grateful for your continued service.
Could Lenora use a gun?
Are clerics proficient with martial weapons? That's the question. I think they are.
Get myself a ranged weapon, perhaps.
Is that one item each or one item collectively?
One item collectively.
Oh,
okay,
shit.
That's what I thought. So we can't take his ship, one of his men, and a gun, and his body for whatever purposes we might want it for. Oh, I mean, his body could be like, we could show it, it's Dagonic, we could use it for some kind of Dagonic purpose, maybe, if we wanted to, I don't know.
Yeah, but only if the body stays preserved. If not, we've just got a rotting corpse.
We just got a corpse.
In our backpack.
Well, that'll be 2 campaigns where we just have a corpse hanging out with us.
True. Okay, clerics are only proficient with simple weapons. What that means is you take a -4 to hit with the gun if you were to try and shoot it.
No, never mind. Not for me, I guess.
Utterly cost all of
I just
you
wanted a
usual-
ranged weapon, guys.
Sorry. Yeah, there's no. This gun would either be martial or exotic. I'd say that Lenora would know that with training, she could try and learn how to use it, but right now, she probably wouldn't be very proficient. She could shoot it, and she could probably hit
I mean,
something.
also, we also have to pick one thing as a group anyway, so.
Says.
What do we want?
Maybe we'll take a closer look, and then we can decide.
Gold sort of says, "You three," pointing to Kisatsu, Aspen, and Lenora. If you have nothing else to speak with me about, you may take your leave. However, you there, I just want to have a quick word with you, he says to Valentine. Either Lenora or Aspen have anything they'd like to talk with Hornigold about still?
Do you know anything about this Samedi character that I may have mentioned? Anything at all?
Yeah, actually, I forgot you mentioned that. He says, "Jog my memory, boy, I'm an old man."
The leader of the lizard folk, who has a top hat, has a cane with a skull on top. Very strong man. He lives near Marie the Dragon. They know of each other.
Wrong. Up that lizard folk.
He has quite a thick Terlisen accent.
It seems like you are. It seems like he at least is having some recollection. I'm just going to roll for him to see if he can really remember much. Okay, that's a good roll. He's rolling well. He is. What's his intelligence modifier? It's kind of like. It's kind of thinking, and this entire time he's been puffing on his cigar and he takes one puff and goes, "That's who he was. God. Some time ago now. Long time ago. Met a man of that description. Was out at sea. Back when I sailed. Must be going back. Good 40. 35, 40 years ago now. Met a man of that description. He was on a small boat on his own. Small sailboat, I think. He had crates and crates packed up on this boat. Sailing, rowing away on a little sailboat. Wouldn't have stopped twice if he weren't 20 miles from the nearest shore on a fucking sailboat. We had a great ship back then. Pulled up beside him, held him down. Just wanted to know what he was doing out there. He, forgive me if my memory's a little hazy on him, but he said he was just going back to his home village. He'd been away for quite a while. Said he was looking to start up some business, something, can't remember what he was selling.
Was it perhaps falafel? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
He might have meant something
Look, I'm
about that, I'm
missing
not sure. Might have been something like that. Actually, sorry, my memory's not what it used to be, but he might have said something along those lines. Either way, he said he was running back to his village after quite a while. Said he was being chased by something. Chased by some force. What though? I can see what you mean about him being a strong man. He was out there on his own. And, strength often recognizes strength. I saw in that man there was a power in those eyes.
Aspen leans back his head a little bit, showing the scar on his neck. And he says, one time I had my head practically removed clean off my shoulders. It was only attached by my spine. And with one swift wave of his hand, the head was reattached.
Rare you see a healer of that caliber.
Indeed.
Especially a healer of that caliber that can sail out so far into the fucking ocean on his own.
He's definitely a suspicious character, as we've come to learn.
Aye. Never trust a man stronger than you. Any point they can do whatever the fuck they like. I'm sorry I can't be more use, but I believe I've met the man before, unless I'm just completely.
You've given us a potential lead at the very least.
Well, no.
To further our understanding of him.
You've helped me out a few times now. Well, I can repay the favor now. If I have any more use for... If I have anything else I want to ask you, I'll find you around. Is there anywhere you're particularly planning on heading next, if I need to find you on short notice? I like to keep track of people.
Our next location will probably be with him.
Right. Well, best of luck in that case. Sounds like you're gonna need it.
Thank you. Aspen walks out the room.
Xatsu would probably follow behind, giving it a bow.
Lenore gonna leave?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
I thought
So,
that
what can I help you with?
saying, my bad.
Nothing much, but... Said I'm an old man. Said I'm forgetting stuff. I'm a perceptive man at times. I think some of your people just about made it onto the island.
Yes, it didn't go unnoticed. Not by me.
If you recognise what I said, I'm glad I'm riding my assumptions. That's all I need to say.
Thank you. The matter will be dealt with one way or another. I'll see to that. Is that all? I leave.
Cold, ice cold.
If, I'd say Xatu would probably want to kind of stay outside, just outside the building. And as Valentine approached, it'd kind of be like...
It was about that man I saw. I wasn't the only one who noticed. He just wanted to make sure I was aware of the situation. Yeah, he was just looking out
Makes
for me.
sense. How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about that? Curious. I'm interested to see where it goes. My theory is that it's either he was either a member of Callan's Obels or the Stagnant. More likely the latter, because I feel like we quite effectively chased Callan's Obels off before.
If it is them again, we'll be happy to fight with you again. If it's Stagnant, it's up to you. We can be with you if you'd like, or we can leave you. Leave you and potentially her as well alone.
I'm grateful to all of you. and the support you've given. Yeah. Anyway,
Your
where's that
friends
lucky Luke
and your
Felton?
buddies.
You notice that most people have actually gone back to their ships at this point. Luke,
Fuck.
I'm trying to think. What would he be doing right now? Just make a search check, actually. Or gather information, whichever you'd like.
$22.
22 was that.
22.
Yeah, nice. For a minute, I thought you said 42, and I was about to say, that's kind of crazy. No, 22. I'd say within a few minutes, like about 10, 15 minutes of like asking around. Which one did you use? Spot, search or...
Search.
Yeah, search. Like after about 10, 15 minutes of looking around, you do notice him. You notice his ears just poking up in like from behind the stall somewhere. And yeah, he's standing there.
He's behind a stall. What is he selling? I'm going to approach him.
Not behind the stall. He's like...
Oh, you said
Sorry,
he
you
was
see
behind a
him like
stall.
there's a bunch of stalls. He's like you see his ears poking up from behind the stall, as in like you're looking through. But
Okay, I approach him. Well, 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 if it isn't the man himself, you can only be Lucky Luke Felton.
my name's been getting around then. You
Oh,
would you have heard your name? Probably
I'm
not,
Val.
but it'd probably say like I haven't heard your name, but I definitely
I
noticed
just,
you in
I
that
just
battle.
told him it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Valentine. Sorry, what did he say? What did you say? I didn't hear
Val.
you. Val, sorry. No. Oh, nice to meet you, Val. So what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I love your hat. It's fantastic. It's got like a feather in it.
Thank you.
It's just like mine. That's what I'm getting at.
You-
Also,
Thank
you know who else loves your style? My good friend here, Lenora Izel. She was just telling me how lovely your hat is and your outfit is.
it's a very nice hat. Good craftsmanship.
Oh, thank you very much. Got it made back home.
Ah, where you from?
Your style's pretty good as well, both of you. I'm from, you might not be able to tell from the voice, but I'm from Canania originally. Just been on the seas for quite a while now. Yeah, got some great stuff. Got some amazing tailors back home. Amazing. Some of the best in the world. But yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, you two are looking pretty swanky as well.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hit them
Much
up.
better looking than most of the people you see around here.
Thank you. I put a lot of effort into my outward appearance. It helps to
No, it's
fraternise
all
with
about what's
people when
inside. Pedal sees all.
Yeah, but it's also very much about what's outside because you want people to want to associate with you, and
True.
people are quite prejudiced toward smelly little. I don't know what I'm getting at. Anyway, yes.
You don't have to tell me about prejudice. Why do you think you became a pirate?
Yeah. Yes, I understand the struggle in certain ways. I respect you for taking matters into your own hands. And also for your spellcasting style. It's very interesting, so unique. I like how you made an identity and a gimmick for
Is
yourself.
that like inherited or?
It's not necessarily inherited. It's more just, might be inherited to some degree. I'm a sorcerer by nature. I was born with certain magical affinities, I suppose you could say. I simply find this way easiest. I've tried learning specific spells before, but it's just never really come to me very easily. I've never been able to grasp it. But what I am good at is just grabbing magic out of the air and throwing at things. How useful that is. I mean, you saw her kind of fumbled a lot that last encounter, but...
No, you gained great intelligence and education, and that's the most valuable tool of all in many circumstances.
One of those circumstances isn't when you're being stabbed and burned.
Yes, but the next time you're being stabbed and burned, you'll have better knowledge on how to avoid it.
Well, that didn't necessarily work very well either. I was not avoiding it very well at all. But
well, I'm saying there's always next time. There's always next time. You're better prepared. You're a smarter man.
Fair enough.
Every army needs a
Never
sword.
underestimate the power of education. Stay in school. Stay in school.
Yes,
That's all Valentine has to say on that matter.
Yeah. I noticed that you... Are you there as well, Aspen, now?
Oh, I assume we all went as a group.
Yeah, you can. It's fine. I'm just making sure. I could tell that a few of you seem to have some sort of magical inclinations as well. I saw you turning into a shark thing. Is that druidic magic?
Oh yeah, that's the spirit of two wolves. I found it in the forest once.
Oh.
It imbued me with the power to turn into animals, sharks, dinosaurs, flies. The world is my oyster. I can even be an oyster if you would like me to.
Right. Okay. I'll let you know if I need a shark at some point. Appreciate it.
Be useful for a pirate.
Me? Yes.
My favorite animals are rats. They're my preferred form. They call me the Rat King.
I see.
In college. Stay in school, kids.
Back in college, yes. But also many times since.
Racking. Interesting. I mean, if I could turn into a dinosaur, I'd probably do that more than turning into a rabbit. But, sorry, turning into a rat. But to each their own, I suppose. You saw you like healing and stuff, cleric, and he kind of looks at the symbol on your armor and says, "Of Pelor, correct? Am I right in that? Sorry, I've not studied the gods too much."
Yes,
Right.
I have. I am. I got into the faith when my mother was ill, and then I met up with these guys. We travelled a little bit. I stayed to help rebuild a temple, and then decided that I'd contribute all I could to that specific endeavour, and now I'm back travelling. Trying to figure out what I should do, I suppose.
I'm sorry to hear about your mother falling ill. I'm sure it must be tough.
It was.
If you ever find yourself at the end of your tether, Davey seems to have taken a liking to you lot. He takes on other crews fairly frequently. I'm sure he'd have a place on his.
Luke, are you interested in saving the world from a force of pure chaos?
Sounds very difficult and very
It
simple.
is. We need all the help we can
It's
get.
not as hard as it sounds.
It's pretty hard.
How much would I be paid?
You would be paid.
It's
Well,
commission.
it sort of depends
It's
on the
commission
challenge rating
only.
of the creature, if you understand. When we fight
What's our
Dagon at the
journey?
end of
Commission
this,
based.
Across our
Yeah.
journeys,
What better payment is there than glory?
around
You know?
across-
we set out on
1,000
this journey. Okay, no. Lenora, Aspen, and Kasatsu set out on this journey in the hopes of winning 1,000 gold pieces between them. And since then, they have made, like, collectively, like, fucking million.
How much money does Satsu currently have?
Not all of them currently, they spent a lot as well.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
spend money to make money. from time to time. You understand?
Satsu
Duke's a lovely
pulls out
game.
his bag of gold that is just absolutely heaving. Falcon's like, that's impressive. Force of chaos. All it. Does this by any chance have anything to do with?
Oh yeah, here's the selling point. Here's the kicker. This force of chaos was worshipped and loved by Calico Lafitte. He was a obedient servant of this force. He loved it, and there would be no greater way to disrespect his memory than to annihilate it from the world and eradicate it completely, and all evidence of it ever existing. You hate that French fucker. I know you do. So did I. I can't remember what the country's actually called.
I do hate that Pietarian fucker. You're quite right.
Pietarian fucker, yeah.
Fuck.
Come on, Luke, come drive with us for a bit. You can always change your mind, you know.
I will get back to you on that. It's not a no. It's just a. I'll have to see.
That's very promising. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
The DM is stressing.
Not stressing. I'm just kind of trying to weigh up his options here.
Please, buddy.
I'm loving what you've
Let's
got
have the
going on.
rabbit. Thank you.
I do still owe Davey quite a lot. I don't really just want to leave him, but we'll see. We'll see.
You could always ask for his permission
Yeah.
if that's something you feel like you need, but I feel like he would, you know, he likes us. He'd probably be down to see you go on another adventure.
Yeah, maybe. That said, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. There's definitely a possibility. I'd like to, if nothing else.
You know, you spend your whole life wondering, what if I became one of the greatest adventurers of all time and destroyed pure evil? But I understand. Take some time to think about it. We will come back. That's a threat.
Right? Got it.
Except not really. It's a threat of adventure.
Okay.
Yay! Yippee!
Yippee! Yeah. Oh god. You do also notice that he does look quite injured still from the fight. You notice there's like patches of scorch.
Can I do a heal on him?
Yeah, you can try. You see, like, some of his wounds have tried to be, like, very, very crudely bandaged up already, but you can tell you could probably do a better job.
I probably could do a better job. Okay. Sorry, I need to turn a light on. I think it's very dark up here. 25, I think I got.
Do you say anything beforehand, or do you just reach over and start rearranging his bandages?
I say, oh god, sorry, we've been really ignorant. As you've rightly guessed, I'm a non-magical healing skills, and while you've done a good job at working with what you have, I think I might be able to do a better job of fixing you up if you'll let me.
Be my guest, I suppose. Yeah.
Superb. And I
Appreciate
just I do.
Yeah, you sort of like
I do.
try and like tighten up some of the bandages in some places, rearrange them in other places, clean up some of the wounds where like it's clear that just slapped a bandage over it rather than cleaning out the wound first.
Give a little
25.
trim where his fur is a bit scorched.
Yeah. With a 25, he at least looks considerably better than he did before, and he seems to be in a lot less pain. You noticed he was quite tense before. But as you were rearranging some of his bandages, you could tell his muscles were quite strained and quite, like, tense and in pain still. But yeah, as you go over, he
Unlucky Luke
he relaxed a
Felton.
bit. Are you actually trying to raise him up during any of this?
I'm
Or
just
are you
being
trying
nice.
to be...
I'm
being
being nice.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think Lenora knows how to flirt with people. She's just being nice.
That's fair. That's fair. I was curious. You see, he very much appreciates it.
Maybe later.
Leave it till night time.
No, I meant. Okay. I didn't mean it in a weird way, but yeah.
Yeah, you notice he seems to appreciate it. He's like, thank you very much. I'm in your debt.
No, don't be silly.
No. My honour.
It's an innate
Stand
skill.
by.
I haven't spent anything. You know, it's fine.
All the same, you've helped me out. I'll try and help you out. I'll see what I can do about joining you on your little world-saving adventure, I suppose. Phew.
Gosh, and yeah. Oh, yeah.
You notice he seems like quite a jumpy, sort of erratic guy. Like,
He's like Rousey.
yeah, kind of. In his body language, he seems like kind of twitchy, and his eyes like can't really seem to stay in one place for too long. His ears just constantly twitch around as well. But it seems like he's at least comfortable with you, even if he's not like relaxed. It kind of seems like his general state of
That's
being
fine.
isn't
That's fine.
relaxed.
He's just nervous. He's just a nervous guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
During this conversation, I've walked away. I've sort of just lost interest. and
Oh
walked away.
man. Damn.
Is that ship that
You were trying to
person?
convince him.
I know, but it looks like I've already got the ball rolling. Is that ship that person went on like still there, or has it sailed off?
It's still there. The bay is completely blocked by coral at this point, so it seems like
Yeah,
it won't be able
but,
to get off for quite some.
While Lenora is rizzing up Lucky Luke Felton, I'm going to walk somewhere outside, and then I'm going to transform into a pigeon,
Pigeon!
and I'm going to fly
Whoa.
over to that boat.
Right.
It's a
Right
rat
up
with
the
wings.
sky.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly over to that boat.
Sky rat.
Yeah, no worries. Pigeons will be able to fly over to a boat quite easily.
Well,
I'd
if not,
say-
I'll
We'll do
turn into a
pigeon.
different bird instead and give up the bit.
What's that, sorry?
If you said pigeons couldn't fly that far, I would just be a different bird and not commit to the bit I was trying to do.
Yeah, no,
Anyway, yeah, I turned into a pigeon.
Yeah. Fly over to the boat. Unless you like landed on someone's head or something, you probably would not arouse much suspicion at all.
Yeah, I'm just gonna land on like,
Yeah.
somewhere on the dock.
Inconspicuous.
Um,
Oh, I thought you said I am the doc. Like, that's so funny.
I'm the one who
just,
docks.
I am the King Tick and Quark.
Flashback to the cool air thumbnail.
From tip to tip.
Flashback to every transaction we have to make in
Tip,
Raise
yeah.
Still Farm.
True.
Docking.
Anyway,
There's a lot of docking in Razor Still Farm, lots of it.
there is. Because people pay each other by inserting each other's USB sticks. Anyway, what do I see on this boat?
On the boat, you see a lot of people dressed very similarly to that one guy. That's a perfect way of describing this. You know how you see pictures of FBI people where they're all trying to look inconspicuous, and in doing so, they kind of look quite conspicuous.
Okay, are they like Men in Black
Because
then? Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
That's the sort of vibe you're getting from this. Like medieval Men in Black, it's like these guys are trying very hard to look very normal, and it's
Okay.
weird. In terms of conversation, you don't really hear much, but you also notice they seem to be travelling quite light from what you can see. They don't seem to be transporting much, and they also don't seem to be doing much. There's quite few of them up on the top of the deck,
Lazy.
and they're just kind of standing around, pottering about. Make a sense motor check for me, please.
Gotta go find things straight away. 17.
17, not bad. I'd say with that, you could see that like some of their movements seem to be kind of performative as well. It seems like they're
Performative male on this boat. Okay.
They're not actually really doing much of use. They're just kind of trying to look busy.
Okay, it's interesting. Listening to the conversations, are they saying anything interesting? You know.
Make a listen check for me, please.
Thank you. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Whoa!
Okay.
You're about to tell him so much, son.
What's your modifier on that, by the way? Not that it matters, I just want to know.
Now, after this nat 20, it's 5.
Okay. So a total of 34. Because it goes off your old one. I'd say you kind of hear on the deck general chatter of like I'm not going to do an accent for it because I can't bother. They're basically saying stuff like, job's nearly over, can't wait for it to be over. Stupid idea to have taken it in the first place, but at least we haven't got far to go. And I'd also say you hear you got a nat 20, mate. I can't deny you anything. From below the deck,
It's the juice. Below deck.
with your pigeon
Pigeon ear to the
hearing,
deck.
your very good pigeon hearing, you hear a
I'm just talking
very
about.
quiet, whispered voice that you recognise.
Holy shit!
Very fondly,
Oh,
from
shit.
quite a long time ago.
My wife.
You hear for
Borat
the first
voice.
time in 100 years the voice of your wife.
My wife.
It seems like she's talking with someone about. Seems to be saying like, she seems to be echoing some of the same sentiments, saying stuff like, "We are very close now. It shan't be long before we are safe. Please, just abide a little longer." Even with an Nat 20, it is very hard to hear what she's saying, but even just hearing the mumblings, the words that you can't quite understand properly, it brings a sense of nostalgia to your heart, a sense of fond memory.
Okay. It also brings a sense of fear. A little
Yes, that's also fair.
bit. I'm gonna go pee. Hang on. I don't know what to do next.
Attack her with your pigeon beak.
And it's very fun when a player does something and then realizes they don't know what they're going to do next.
Mm.
It's quite fun.
Sorry, I think I just sneezed.
Clearly, what it's been building up to for quite a while, and now just
So, I feel like I should specify that I'm
What's
not
he
doing the
gonna
thing I
do?
normally do, where I disguise myself as a one-eyed pigeon. I'm just gonna disguise myself as the most normal, inconspicuous pigeon as I possibly can.
I see.
And I'm gonna try and pigeon my way over to like a door or something so I can go below deck. I decided it wouldn't be in character for
Shit.
Valentine to go and alert his friends about this, so
I'm going to
Espionage.
say, if you're trying to actually get to are you trying to find like a door that goes down under the deck, or are you trying to find one that goes into the captain's quarters, or...
I'm trying to find a way to get to where I hear my wife's voice coming from.
Okay, so under the deck. I'd say just make a move silently check to make sure you can like flap up onto the deck and actually walk below unseen.
Can I take 10?
Yeah, you've got enough time to do so.
In that case, it's 17.
17.
Yes.
Did you already roll?
No, I didn't.
No, sorry, just making sure.
I picked up my D20 and was like,
Yeah, I was a bit afraid then.
I can't do that.
17.
So yeah, I'd take 10.
That's a good check. I'll just make sure. No, I'm just gonna make a couple of rolls then. Yeah. With little notice from them, like they don't even seem to really pay you any heed at all. With how well you got past them, seems like they don't even know that there's a pigeon around, really.
Okay.
And you waddle your way below deck.
I'm gonna. So one way or another, this is gonna end in some kind of massive aura loss for me, because I'm not gonna be able to handle it. Well, I'm gonna get caught and like be like, look at me, I'm a pigeon. Anyway, yeah, let's continue. I, Kane, do not have the aura to properly sell this character.
It's a shame.
No, you do. You're doing it. You do. No, no, you're doing it, King.
Thank you, Queen.
Yeah, as you get below deck, you notice that it is very dark down here.
I have dark vision, by the way, DM.
I know.
Did you know that?
I know that.
Do you know?
I think he has dark vision, by the way, just letting you know.
And you see a familiar sight. There is about somewhere around 20 coffins all lined up underneath this boat, with
Focus.
people standing beside them. Some of them at least. But towards the fore of the ship, the front of the ship, you notice there is a gathering of people that you can surmise are probably vampires.
I was hoping she wouldn't be accompanied by any vampires. This is unfortunate.
At the head of them, sort of on the foremost part of the ship, on the underneath at least, stands who you at least assume to be your wife. She seems to be wearing similar fashions to the ones that she used to, though where she used to wear like a lot of sort of reds and blacks, this seems to be mostly blacks now, with sort of red accents here and there. You notice she wears a very wide-brimmed hat, as she always did, but it has a black veil hanging down from it. So her face is obscured, black hair falls around her body elegantly.
I know that banging body anywhere. Ooh.
Oh, Zooey Mama.
Zooey mama. My pigeon jaw drops. Not really. I'm taking this very seriously.
Yeah, you can't see. I'd say the only skin you can really see is on her hands. Her nails painted black, and you see the skin of her hands is tight. Her skin, while she was always somewhat pale, and even more so when she was turned into a vampire, it seems alabaster white. Stark contrast to the black of her clothes. And yeah, you can practically see through her hand with how sort of tight her skin seems.
Damn, is this making Valentine feel things?
No, I just realised what I want the thumbnail for this session to be, but we'll get to that after.
Okay.
At least we've got one. But yeah, she seems to be addressing the people in front of her. If you're standing there and listening in, you'd hear her saying, like, we might have to change our plans now. The coral that has sprouted up around us, I'm not sure we'll be able to leave the island very soon. We'll have to check with the captain of the island, of course. However, we of course need to move as fast as possible. One of the smugglers has reported that he has seen someone that looks like one of the people we've been looking out for. However, he can't have. It's not possible. We shall investigate that lead, but it will not lead anywhere. I know this. Come nightfall, I shall speak with Mr. Hornigold, and I shall try and find out what our plan is from there. For now, we sit tight. We keep a lookout. If there is any sign of the Lord's men, we shall have to see what we can do. And with that, kind of seems like her address is winding down to a close. People are sort of nodding, agreeing, etc. And as you look at the other vampires around as well, by the way, they seem to share in this sort of almost malnourished look. They seem gaunt. Obviously, vampires never look healthy at the best of times, but they look of ill health.
Oh my god, my wife isn't evil at all. She's been starving herself. I understand now. I see the vision.
See, the vision is crazy.
I think this to myself in my pigeon brain.
Her queen, I see the vision.
How judgmental of me. So yeah, I'm gonna remain as a pigeon and kind of just like linger.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and not be like just in the middle of the
But
room.
you
I'm
have
gonna
to
kind of
let
like
it
try and make
linger.
myself inconspicuous. So.
Okay. In that case, I'd say make another hide check now. If you're just trying to being conspicuous.
Okay, am I able to take 10 on this?
Yeah, I'd say so.
In that case, it's a run through 20.
Run through 20, got you.
Just ain't. Just not good for me.
I'd say you
What
managed
to do,
to
guys?
remain unnoticed for a good 10-15 minutes. Most of what happens until then is sort of general chatter, general sort of it seems like they are worried, but not they're not terrified. They're just we need to try and sort this out, sort of thing. Eventually, one of the vampires kind of just meanders over to sort of near where you are. It's like, why is there a pigeon down here? Hello, little fellow. How did you get here? And he sort of make a sense motive check for me.
$12.
12.
It's not so
12, yeah.
Okay, you look terrified for a minute then.
I've rolled a 4 and got a 12, so low for me.
That's it. That's not me. He kind of crouches down a bit and starts trying to approach you. And as he's approaching you, you kind of get the sense that he's probably not got great intentions if he... It kind of seems like he's going to try and reach for you and grab you.
Yeah, I figured as much. And there'll be no bigger overloss imaginable than if I got grabbed as a pigeon. I kind of want to do this on my own fucking terms, but I don't know how to. You know? I'm going to try and just fly back up the stairs and escape from here. Quickly.
Okay. I'll say with a withdraw action, that's possible enough.
Okay.
He was
Oh,
expecting
hopping up the
to...
stairs.
No, flying up the stairs. I'm not hopping up the stairs like a slow little pigeon when there's a vampire on my ass. This guy's a vampire, right? He's not like a human servant.
Yes, you can absolutely tell he is a vampire.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Trying to think of anything else. What was I going to say? Yeah, he was expecting to catch a stupid little pigeon. Instead, he was trying to catch a pigeon with the brain of a college graduate.
Alright. Yeah, okay. Not much better.
And you quickly...
I don't know why I said that. Don't know what it means.
He quickly dodged out of the way of his hands and he goes, "Ah, damn it!"
Yeah.
And you...
Oh, he's probably going to eat me. He probably didn't know I was a vampire. Probably just going to try and eat me. Okay. Well, yeah, with that, I want to fly back up the stairs and out back into the open air.
Mhm.
And I want to fly over to the distillery.
Right. Yep, you can fly over to the distillery. It's easy enough. It's a very large building.
And when I get to the distillery, I want to retake humanoid form.
Yep.
I would
On
like to
the
speak
ground,
to
I
Mr. Hornigold.
Mr. Goldie Horn.
Whoever's at the entrance, I'm requesting audience with Mr. Hornigold.
Yeah, it's still Mr. John Locke at the entrance. He sort of sees you and is like, if you request entrance, I think it's free at the moment. Go ahead.
Thank you.
If you...
I go up the stairs. I knock on Mr. Hornigold's door. Knock, knock, knock.
As you do this, you notice that John's kind of like looking up from the bottom of the stairs up at you. Just so keeping an eye on you, making sure you're not doing anything weird. And as you knock on the door, you say, "Come in!"
I answer. Mr. Hornigold. It's me again. Hello. Sorry, is it Mr. or Captain? I feel like I'd know this by now, what to address him as.
Captain.
Captain Hornigold. It's me again. Hello. I would like to ask you for a favor.
What would that be?
Later tonight, there will be a woman coming to visit. She's going to ask you if you know about me, if you've seen me, if you know anything about me, if you've heard anything about me. My favor is simply that you say no.
Discretion.
My request, sorry. It's a personal matter and one that I'd rather address in my own time.
You've done a lot for us. I believe I probably know who you're talking about. She's paid well to be here, but she hasn't paid to know who you are. I'll keep your name a secret, don't worry.
Thank you.
Is there anything,
That is
anything
all.
else I can help you with?
No, that is all. Thank you.
Be on your way then.
Cool. And I leave. And as I leave the building, I adopt the disguise of, I guess, Adric. He's like my alter ego. He's like my go-to disguise so that my party knows who I am, you know? Still?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to disguise myself as him. So I was going to be a random pirate, but then like my party would just be like, oh, that's a random pirate. I'm not going to talk to him. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Just give me a minute.
As it says, the random pirate. You know?
Have you got anywhere in particular you're going, or are you just sort of wandering around town now, Valentine?
I'm just sort of wondering now. We can pass the focus on to these other two. I feel like I've hogged the spotlight a little bit for the
That's
past.
fine, just one
It's
last
okay, I'm
thing.
not sure I have much to do.
Just one last thing, as you're wandering around, you notice Davy, and he seems to notice you as well. It's like, there you are! Where were you the entire time?
I was preparing my spells. Yeah. I completely missed the fight. I'm so sorry.
Now, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. My bad. My bad, King. Won't happen again.
Lazy little shit.
Yeah, well, what can I say?
Oh, also one other thing that you guys have noticed now is next to Calico's corpse, as it bleeds rectally, there is another corpse now bleeding rectally. And you notice that it is the guy that was trying to start the squall about 15 minutes late.
Oh my god.
Also, is
his
it
name?
You don't know.
I'm
is
asking David.
blah blah blah. Oh,
What was that, Tash?
it's alright. I was just gonna ask if Calico Fit's body is actually decomposing.
It's not decomposing yet, 'cause it's not been that long, but it is bleeding a lot. As for your question, it's like, David says, that was, that was the, leader of the Rum Squall. He got a bit too drunk last night. Couldn't even fucking do his captain's wishes, so that's what happens. Holy Gold, he's a good man, but he's a stern man. if you disobey his orders, it ain't gonna go well for you.
Absolutely disgraceful. You know, a pirate captain, he has to be tough but fair. I would know all about that. He did what was right.
It looks like you're reading from a script.
I might try to be a bit more diplomatic with the boy, but I'm not about to tell my grandma suck eggs. He's been in this business much longer than anybody.
Sorry, all I heard was suck eggs.
That's all I heard of it.
He said, I might have been a bit more lenient on the boy, but I'm not about to teach my grandma how to suck eggs.
Ah, I see.
Essentially, Portugal's been in the business a long time. He knows how to do this. I'm not going to question that he did that.
Okay. Oh, by the way, okay, actually, Davey, sorry, I have a confession to make to you. I dropped my disguise momentarily. I've actually been this guy the whole time. It's like a little alter ego I have situation going on, so I can hide my identity. You know. Yeah. Listen, I have a favor to ask. There's a woman. She might start asking around about me. Do you even know my name? I think you do. I think I introduced myself to you. I'm Bruno Valentine. Don't tell anyone else that. Basically, is the favor I'm asking.
That should be fine. So, will it? Yes, I won't mention you. That's fine. You've helped me out a lot today, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious how you because I definitely chopped your head off. I felt the severance of your tendons and your vessels and shit. I'm really curious about how you came back from that.
I have my secrets, as you have yours, I see.
I understand.
I told Holy Gold the secret, but only because I had to. I'm afraid, unless I have a reason to tell you, I shan't.
Right, that's understandable. At some point, I think we should discuss then this plan to fake your death to your father so we can claim your reward.
Well, he wouldn't have it on him. He's like, well, that's already about sorted. Although, might do to get another head. That's the entire core. Yes. The plan for that is quite simple. Have you been to Folkestone at all yet?
Yeah.
Right, then you know the place.
I've been there.
In that case, what will happen is I shall once again die. I shall give you my body, and you will go over there and you'll take my body to the naval authorities there, and they shall ship it back off to my father, at which point the corpse of his son is undeniable proof of his son's death, I believe.
Right. That sounds very nice and simple. Do you think maybe you're going to want us to touch you up a bit or something so you look more like your normal, not your normal, but your former noble self?
Do what?
You know what I mean.
Well, I'm flattered, but I don't think I'd like to be touched up by you.
Davey, you know what I mean.
Yes. I suppose I could have a shave.
Yeah, so it'll be a shame to lose that
Also,
wonderful beard, but sometimes it's necessary.
This is kind of a side note. I don't know why we didn't consider, considering Valentine's actually a vampire, getting you to disguise yourself as Davy, and then you'll get buried in the coffin because obviously you don't need oxygen, and then we'll just dig you back up. Close the hole.
Yeah, but I'd get shipped all the way back to Worcester, where Davy's from, and then you'd have to go to Worcester to dig me up. and then we'd be off.
Yeah,
the
I know,
square.
but if we had no other options, it would work.
That would be a good option. That would be a very good option. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I was just
alas,
thinking about it.
we
I
have
was like,
better
man, I'm
options.
connecting all the dots. We do, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was quite proud of
Um,
myself for thinking that one up. I'd say it's a side note.
I mean, I suppose we could do that, or you could get the reward money for the pirate Davy Jones as well.
Hey, why not both? What if we killed you twice? And then you could get a portion of the reward money as well, for your trouble.
I can die quite. I won't go into all the specifics, but dying twice does sound quite tiring, at the very least, and quite painful. But my bounty is quite high now. Some of the
What's his
rewards
bounty again? We do know this.
10,000.
Yeah, I was about to say it's about 10 grand, I think.
It's much higher than the reward for. Well, I mean, does it have to be a public secret that Davy and Lloyd are the same person? I'm asking him. Or would you prefer to keep that a secret? Because I feel like there's a very high chance it will come out anyway.
That's fine with me.
It's not that, like... Okay, well, we can collect the reward for both then, in that case. With one body.
Last note I got, my reward was 9,370 gold pieces.
A very handsome reward indeed. Worthy of a handsome man, might I say. I don't know why I'm trying to flatter him. I'm trying to visit him up all of a sudden. A bounty worthy of a king.
Right, yes. I suppose we could do that. Just let me know when you're ready to leave Scaputo. We'll get the murdering underway.
Yes.
Ask him about.
I'm going to
Luke Felton.
adopt my... I'm going to roll some kind of
Sorry.
check. I'm going to roll a wisdom check to see if I think to ask about Lucky Luke Felton. Hang on. Because Lenore isn't here. The
No,
thought of
sure.
Lucky Luke Felton does not cross my mind. I'm going to go... I'm going to re-adopt my disguise for the time being, and then I'm going to rediscuss things with my companions, and we can decide whether it's time for us to resume our business elsewhere. Thank you so much for your support, Davey, in all of our troubles.
No problem, thank you for yours. You killed my greatest
Anytime.
enemy.
Down.
Our greatest
Good
enemy
friends.
also.
Mind you guys, I still haven't
As we found
taken
out.
anything Calico.
Yeah, we're going to discuss that when we rejoin each other.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Right.
going to go rejoin my friends wherever they are. Hello, guys. I went on a
Okay.
main character quest.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you didn't fuck it up.
I've been playing this single-player D&D campaign for a bit.
It's okay. I had fun listening.
If you
Yeah,
had
what are
fun
your-
listening, you should check out my YouTube channel.
Okay, noted.
Anyway,
Yeah. So, I'd say after a while, we could probably be reconvened, because that's would probably be. That's would probably be looking out at the coral, actually, just sort of standing on the shore, looking out at it. I don't know where anyone else is, but yeah, if anyone else has anything they want to do before reconvening with Valentine, speak now or forever hold your peace.
No. I think so. No.
So,
We can go talk to Lucky Luke Felton after we decide whether or not we're actually leaving.
is there anywhere in particular we want to do this meeting? In the cabin or?
Yeah, it makes sense to do it in the cabin. We don't want to obviously go out if Valentine's at risk of being seen. Although, has Valentine told us that?
no, I haven't seen you guys since then. We're waiting to meet at the cabin.
Okay, we'll meet at the cabin, yeah. That's where we'd be anyway.
Oh, okay then. Well, this is where we're meeting. Wait, so is that where Kisatsu was?
Kisatsu was on the shore, but
On the shore?
he wasn't trying to hidden. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to the cabin.
You could just tell him to come with you.
I was about to say, like, you would see Kisatsu as you were walking towards the cabin, most likely.
Hey, Kisatsu! Look at me, it's your captain. Come to the cabin. We've got business.
But
Comes up, starts walking over.
I'm glad you guys all just understand the assignment that me and him are just the same person. Me and Adric, that is.
It's more that, like, I know it's not
I disguise
Adric.
myself as him so often.
I know it's not Adric, and there's no one else that would be disguising himself as Adric.
I'm saying I've disguised myself as him
Big
often
prank
enough
should
now
be
that
played
you're just
in
like,
the
yeah, that's
future.
just that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's our favourite guy!
Anyway, me
Yeah,
and Kisatsu
so-
goes to the cabin.
We reach the cabin. Aspen and Laura, you both in the cabin?
Aspen's been laying down in the
I
cabin
am.
trying to sleep.
You've probably got a collective, like, 3 hours of sleep by this point.
Okay.
Sort of on and off. Any sleep that you have had has been sort of restless. Whenever you sort of wake up every now and then, you seem to remember that you had some bad dreams, but you can't remember any details particularly.
Plague be upon you.
Whether they're dagonically influenced or influenced by just having a traumatic day, you don't know. But either way, you aren't doing the best right now. Though there is still a sense of joy and uncaring whimsy in your heart.
They will never take that from me.
But for now, as you wake, you see, Valentine, Lenora, Kisatsu. We're all in the Adric, Lenora, Kisatsu. We're all in the cabin together. It's Valentine, the
How you
start of
feeling,
this
Aspen?
meeting.
Exhausted.
Yeah, it was a tough one. You all performed impeccably.
We're all here, so that's fine.
I feel like we should discuss our next course of action. Where do we go from here? We
Do we
found
have
Davy,
a
that's the whole
plan?
reason we came to this village.
Sounds about right.
We do.
Um,
We need to do something about Samadi, I think.
Yes.
I think that might be our next goal.
What
I'm scared of
exactly, I'm
that,
not
but-
certain, but
And if you're wondering why I'm disguised, it's because there are people in this place that seem to know me, so I'm just being cautious. You understand?
that's okay, no worries, buddy.
But
Maybe
Does
it's best we
anybody who
make our leave
stands a
soon.
chance- There's anybody who stands a chance of talking to somebody in a way that's not gonna raise any suspicions, I think it would be me.
You do seem to be a
Yes.
Yes,
You're his
I'm his-
apprentice.
by far.
Well, yeah. He trusts me more than anybody else by the looks of it.
Certainly seems that way.
I do have the ability to discern lies. I could preemptively cast this, but it only lasts 42 seconds, weirdly enough. No.
It was a minute, wasn't it?
It is around per level,
Okay, I see.
and I've got 7 shaman levels,
Yeah, so
so 42 seconds.
yeah. Maybe save it for a particularly good big question or something. I'm not sure.
It has a spoken component.
So it's
If I were to cast it, I'd need to cast it before I enter the room. So big questions would need to come first.
which could in turn raise.
What do we even
suspicion.
ask him?
suggesting we just attack or something?
No, of course not. But what, are we asking him if he's tied to Dagon or?
I think it's pretty obvious he's tied to Dagon. The power that he's given me is seemingly of that nature.
We need to determine once and
Yes.
for all what his motives really are. It's undeniable he has powers that are linked to
But-
Dagon in some way, but he could be just.
But to be
he could be
fair,
sort of
so do
using those
you.
powers.
Right.
Yes.
I want to make the wrong choice.
Yeah. Lafitte called Aspen a traitor because Aspen used powers that he learned from Samedi against Lafitte. So whether that means that Lafitte and Samedi were in league, we'll have to find out.
But it begs the question: why would somebody teach Aspen this stuff if to then use it against someone who's supposedly his ally?
Perhaps he wants him to replace him as the next Baron, whatever, if that's what he is.
Yeah. Well, then we should be hearing from somebody at some point when the news reaches him. Maybe we should. Maybe that's a good cover. We'll bring him the news.
Yes, the
Or
news.
we tell
that
him about our
defeated
journey.
one of the Barons, and then we can try and determine his reaction.
Yes, exactly.
Not about.
I was very interested by Hornigold's story about meeting somebody all those years ago, and possibly him having something to do with Falafelland, a cursed place.
I missed that bit of the lore. I think. What is Falafel Land?
I think this has been explained to you before. It's a restaurant that was brought to Terlisen Island 100 years ago by a Baron of Dagon. It was brought to like the Lizard
No.
Village. What?
Not 100.
Not a long time ago. And the
Something
ancient
Hornigold
the
hinted that
the
it
lizard
might
people
have
of that
been
time
around.
killed him. Yeah. Whatever. Falafelland is associated with Dagon. Is all you need to know. So it's a food chain that's associated with Dagon, in the eyes of the lizards.
Huh.
They don't eat falafel.
It's
They do
strawberry.
not want to hear about falafel. If you say things about if you talk about falafel in a positive light, if you say that you worked at Falafelland especially, don't do that. They'll assume that you're saying that you're in league with Dagon. So don't do that.
I see. So if somebody bought Falafel Land over, that would make him a baron, right?
Yeah, the story that Samedi told us was that it was someone else when Samedi was like a child. But yeah.
I think
Dunno,
being
that man's old.
being somebody's apprentice, sorry,
Apprentice.
gives me an entitlement to ask more direct questions, specifically about what he is actually teaching me.
Yes.
Sure.
All right.
Of course it does. Guess that's our
Do we have any
plan.
more business in this place? We want to go collect whatever reward we want to collect from Lafitte.
Do we know what that is? We need to have a look at what the options are, I suppose.
Yeah,
more
we need to take a
closely.
look and decide, I think.
Before we go,
Seems about right to me.
I do need a new supply of seaweed, so I can go procure some from somewhere.
You can probably find the pirates, probably the top seaweed
Yeah.
enjoyers.
There is many seaweed stores.
Yes. We need to think about, in terms of what we're claiming from Lafitte, we need to think about what would be best for us, what would collectively most aid us in this goal to defeat Dagon. Dagon! My voice. Yes!
Well, let's go look at the options. and
Sorry,
we
I
can
just feel
discuss it
really
while we're there.
invigorated by passion.
We should
Oh,
also
yes.
probably say good to Hornigold and Davy, and obviously sort out, our farewell,
Yes,
so that
yes.
we leave on good terms with good allies. If we want to see whether Luke Felton wants to come with us,
Okay.
I think that's about it. So we'll start with getting the reward. Let's all head over.
All right. Let's head out.
As we're sort of walking towards there, Xaxu's going to sort of, in a fairly hushed tone, sort of say to Valentine, like, before we leave, is there anything you want to do with those people that are trying to look out for you? Is that a concern of yours?
I think I want to address that in my own time. Don't worry about it. That's my burden to bear.
Just know, if you need any help, we'll be happy to give it.
Thank you.
As you keep walking, you notice it's sort of getting towards, like, it's probably somewhere around 6, 7, probably more like 7 o'clock now.
Yeah.
So, starting to dim down a little bit. The sun is, the sun would be sort of starting to come down over the water. It's quite
Butterfly
beautiful
in the
behind
sky.
all
Lenora,
that.
I've heard the younger people talking about 6-7. Do you know what 6-7 is?
What the fuck?
I think they're numbers, no?
They are numbers. Yes.
Aspen chimes in. 6, 7.
What does that mean, Aspen?
I'm yet to find out, but it is quite
What
funny.
relevance
Maybe
does
we
the
can find
cadence
out.
have?
Maybe
Can I
we
just
find out
go
together
6,
on this
7?
quest.
Do it. Can I just say 6, 7, or do I have to do the hands? Do I have to do the cadence?
The hands
6,
are
7.
important in conveying
6,
whatever message
6,
that it's
7.
conveying.
6, 7. How
What
do we
year
feel
was
about
it?
that, guys? 6, 7.
It's
I like it a
about
lot.
7. Oh, very few.
I heard that this was a joke that was is relatively old by now, so perhaps people may not find it funny. However, it does still spark a flashback every time those numbers are mentioned. Something equivalent to what would be potentially relatively close to PTSD, if you could pin it to that sort of thing, I suppose.
Sounds intense.
I see.
Kane, can I just ask something as a DM? Yeah, from DM
Yeah.
to employee. Edit that out, please.
Employee, you don't fucking pay me for
No.
this, dick. I'm doing all the fucking
Getting
extra
kept
work,
in.
by the way.
Kane, edit that out. Good boy.
No. No, you leave me to do all the editing work, so the edit is going to be my vision.
Yes.
I'll give Valentine another feature he'll never use.
I'll use that feature that you gave me when we fight. Okay, again. We're trying to progress the story along right now.
Oh,
We
by
are.
the way, that's something that I should mention. A lot of the other corpses have been kind of piled up. They've just been put into a pile for now, but
Yay!
Yeah.
Leave pile. I'm gonna go jump on it.
It's a pile of corpses, Lenora. Stop.
it squelches and thinks like death.
No, Lenora, don't do it.
The cadence of that
What?
was like
What?
the narrator from Battle Block Theatre. She squelches and stinks like death.
Yeah.
She doesn't actually do that, but she does consider it. She's straying further
Okay.
away from the light.
Approach Lafitte, Calico Lafitte. To the victors go the spoils. What is there? Whoa.
So,
What can
you
we
know
do?
that one of his belongings that is not currently on his person would be his ship. You also know that you could probably
We
try
need
and
to get his ship
investigate-
out with the coral.
Not currently.
Probably can't get
no,
the ship out of his coral. Also, I cannot ride on it without a lot of inconvenience. So, my bad, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
True. I think we should pick a movable item.
You also know that
Ship has been
he's probably
vetoed.
got something in the hull of his ship that you might want to look at, but you don't know exactly what he has down there, obviously.
Ooh, I want to take a look at his monocle. If I can root around on his corpse, I want to take a look
I
at his
was about to
monocle
say-
and see if there's anything special about it.
His monocle hasn't been removed yet. It's still actually lodged in his eye because his head's tilting backwards. Because the spear's
Okay.
there. So it's just resting there. No one seems to have touched this corpse at all. Because they know that you
Yeah.
have first pick. As
Yeah.
you take out the monocle, sort of like give it a bit of a pull.
Yep.
And his eyes are still open at this point. You notice that his one green eye is still there, but his other eye, now uncovered by the monocle, it looks deep and impacted. It looks like there's like a sort of dark liquid that's sort of making it bulge. It looks bigger than it should be, and the iris is purple.
I look through the monocle.
Yeah. As you look through the monocle as well, you notice that it gives everything a slightly greenish tint because the monocle itself is tinted green. But also that things do seem to become clearer to you. Seems like everything's just a bit sharper. Now, it doesn't... At least you can't notice particularly that it can make you... that it would be able to make you see something that's miles and miles away. However, it does seem to improve your vision at least.
I turn and look at Aspen through it.
Yeah. High definition Aspen.
I definitely HD Aspen. Okay. I was trying to see if there would be any like
because he has to see spirits and stuff. What does he see when he looks at the eye?
As Aspen looks at the eye, that's a good point actually. He would see, and indeed as you look at Calico's corpse, of course life has left it, but some things linger after death. You do notice a Dagonic spirit, of course, lurking around it, sort of dampness in the air around Calico. A general sort of purplish, greasy, oily aura around this person. And as you look at the eye, at first you see basically what Valentine sees, and then as you look deeper into it, you start seeing like the pupil. It looks like it's swirling like a whirlpool. Like there's just a deep whirlpool driving within its surface. Ripples emanating out across the eyeball, and you feel yourself being drawn in like a hypnotic spiral into the centre of this. It doesn't like have any inherent effect, but it's mesmerising to you. You find yourself wanting to stare more.
Well, Aspen stares for a second, then he looks down at his hand and like comparing it to the aura of his corpse and trying to track the differences.
I placed the monocle back over the eye. I don't think we want to claim that.
Fair play. I'd say make a sense motive check, Aspen. Have to make a sense motive check every session. I can't.
that one. Fuck.
No! So what's that in total?
I don't know, why am I doing a sense motive on myself, sorry?
It's more... Sense motive's a weird one for it. There's not really anything else I could use. It's more of just like sort of insight into like the differences between the aura and the...
Wouldn't that be knowledge spirit?
Oh, I didn't know. Wait, is that thing? Okay.
I have knowledge spirit, specifically.
Honestly, that probably would be it in that case. You're still rolling that one, but...
Well, that's
Yeah,
like,
I'd
my
say-
modifier is 0,
Yeah.
so... I see nothing
Yeah.
by the looks of it.
What I'd say in that case is you focus on like the differences between the spirits of them, and you notice there's enough differences. There's enough differences.
Okay. What I was essentially trying to find out is whether my spirit is changing with what I'm doing.
as you try and figure that out, with an at 1, I'd say what happens is you kind of just shy away from it. You kind of like, a deep part of you realizes.
I should have just took 10, shouldn't I?
Yeah, probably.
Oh well.
A part of you deep within realizes the similarities between you and this aura. But you do not think about that. You think, no, there's differences. We're different. It's not the same.
Oh, he's in denial.
Yeah. So you've decided you don't want to take the monocle. Is there anything else you'd like to look at? He's still got his rifle on his back if you'd want to investigate that at all.
Yeah, what do we know whether his rifle has any particular properties? Can any of us wield it?
Anybody that's proficient with martial weapons would be. So
I think if you wanted to, if you really wanted to commit to using his rifle, you could take a feat to make you able to use it.
Yes.
Whenever we next get a feat, which probably might not be for a long time. So.
I mean, I could try and practice with it anyway. I could use it. I'd just be at a disadvantage. But to be fair, I don't have a ranged weapon anyway.
Could still be a good idea.
What else does he have? Anything?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you guys don't want anything else, I will take that. But
on his person, it seems like his jacket and stuff, all of that is actually fairly mundane. There doesn't seem to be any real particular properties to it.
Can we spot that Dagonic symbol anywhere on him? Like on Baron Spielberg?
As you think about that, you don't actually see the symbol anywhere. However, I'd say, Aspen, you'd probably be the one to notice this. As you're looking at the eye still at this point. Like, while you were looking at the eye, you'd notice this. I mean, every now and then, like, sort of at the centre of the whirlpool, you'd see what kind of looks like a small metal pellet.
Can I try and... I don't want to try and grab it. No, that's a bad idea. The last time we touched one of them things, it ended badly. Well,
maybe we should just claim the gun.
Hang on a minute. Why aren't we claiming his ship again? Just like...
It won't be very useful
can't
for
get
us.
it
I can't
out.
travel over running water without... And also, yeah, it's blocked in by the coral. We don't need a ship. We need something that can help us in our mission on this island. So I think claiming the gun could be a good idea.
do we know if what is it got any pluses, any special skills? Can we have a look at it?
Yeah, can we determine whether its power came from purely him or it as well?
Make whoever wants to look at it, whoever thinks that they can like try and figure it out best, make an appraise check, please.
I think it's Lenora who's taken an
I
interest.
have a +1
in it,
to appraise.
That's all.
I guess I'll
+2.
check it.
Hmm.
Do you
I mean,
wanna
I can
check
find
it
help
out?
her. We can make an assisted thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get above a 10.
Oh, well, I rolled really low.
16.
I got a 2.
So you rolled a 2.
Yeah. Maybe it's better that we consider it Valentine main, and then I just didn't help.
I'd say that kind of defeats the purpose of the way this works.
He has a better buff than me anyway.
Yeah, slightly, but yeah, that we made that roll deciding that it was you doing it and me helping, so
True.
Fortunately,
Anyway.
plus decide afterwards, so it's more beneficial for us to do it either way.
You can tell it's a very nicely made gun. For anything else, you'd probably have to load it and shoot it and try and see what might happen.
Okay, well, is that what we're going with then, gang? Gang.
Aspen is actually going to try and carve this thing out of his eye. But he's going to, like, sort of cover
What?
his hand in a cloth with it.
So it's going to try and stab through the eye and get to this.
Yes.
Got you. What are you using to do it with? Just fingers with a cloth round, did you say? Or are you going to try and use like a small knife or something?
What the fuck?
All he has is
What's
his
happening?
sword. It sounds like that.
Jesus Christ.
So, does anybody have a knife?
I have my morning star, but no.
Yeah, I have a dagger. A morning star is not a
Warrior
knife.
first.
I
Yeah,
know, I
hand in my
know.
dagger.
That's what I was saying.
Okay. He's going to try and keeping his bare hand away from the eye and keeping a cloth around the hand holding the dagger.
Yeah.
He sort of like tore it from his thing, like wrapped it around his hand so that he can still grip things.
Yeah.
He's going to try and dig this small metal pellet out of Calico's eye.
As you like plunge the knife towards it, I don't imagine that Aspen has many times gouged eyes
No.
with knives.
No.
However, you thought it would be a lot easier than this. It's not the eyes like hard. It's just that it has a lot of give. It like as you push the knife in, it actively resists and like goes. It like concaves inwards, but the pressure inside is great. Feels like the membrane around it's incredibly tough as well.
Yum.
It feels like if you put any real pressure on as well, the knife sort of slips around a bit, and it's proving very difficult to actually.
Okay, can I cut the eye out then?
Um,
Or is it the same sort of thing?
that you actually find is a lot easier. When you change your attack strategy, you kind of get the dagger in between the eyeball in its resting place, and you sort of just launch it out of the socket, and the skin of his eyelid just droops over.
Okay.
Are we going to be able to take the eye and the gun both? I wonder if the pirates are going
Is
to
the
be like,
eye- does the eye
basically
close?
nothing.
You'd have to ask.
You could just
Oh.
pocket the eyeball. Sleight of hand.
No one's watching you at the moment.
Sleight of hand, pocket that eyeball, baby. I put the monocle back over the eye as well, so no one will see immediately that it's been removed.
Honestly, because you could easily get away with putting it into a bag. It's just whether it's found out later that you did that, and whether they
Yeah.
care.
It's just an eye.
Um,
No one needs to know that it was even special, you know?
True.
As you are you putting the eye away quickly, like sort of just get it out, get it in the bag, or are you sort of looking at it first?
Well, I mean, Aspen's probably just going to pull it out and put it away quicker than anything, so he can study it later.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, that's everyone reclaiming the gun.
Yes.
Yes, hurrah.
Yes.
Can I, now that I have it, can I try and shoot it? I just want to do a first shot.
You can do, but you realise it's not loaded, and Calico doesn't seem to have any ammo on him.
What the
What strikes you
fuck?
as somewhat odd, but as you sort of like notice this, Satsu's like, "Oh, borrow some of this. I've got something from a pistol." He like holds out a bag of shot and powder, or a bag of
He
shot.
probably
Oh,
shot
you
little
legend.
pellets of coral.
Yeah, sick. I'm gonna roll.
You
No,
put it in.
I got a 5 because it's -4.
Is that plus base attack and dexterity as well?
No. My base attack bonus is +6, so 9. No, sorry, 11. Add. So 13.
13. A lot more reasonable. Give me a moment. So I'd say, having shot it, you realise that this is an incredibly beautifully made rifle. You haven't really shot many guns before, but the craftsmanship on this is gorgeous. Loading it is a dream. Firing feels smooth, and the little pellet that comes out flies perfectly true to where you aimed, from what you can tell. I would say that you, having shot it, you now learn the following stats of the item. This is a two-handed rifle with a +2 to hit innately. So the total to hit for you would be 2 plus
6.
6 plus whatever your dexterity is -4.
Which is also another 2. So it'd be 10 -4.
Yeah. So plus it.
Well, that's not
6.
too bad.
Okay. That's actually
Yeah,
very good.
that's fine.
Yeah. It deals 1d12 +2 damage on a hit.
Damn. D12 D12 +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It deals ×3 damage on a crit.
Holy crap.
Plus, I'm going to tell you this because I'd say you'd recognise the magical property in this gun as well, holding it. It also deals 1d6 extra damage on a crit. So a crit will deal 3d12 plus 1d6 plus 2 damage in total.
Damn.
And to reload it is a standard action.
Very nice. Lenora has a gun. It's a good choice.
Fusil de vue sur la mer.
What is that again?
The fusil de vue sur la mer.
You are renaming that gun.
I'm actually, you can call it whatever you want.
I've just put calico gun. Or I'm just gonna call it feet gun.
Feet gun.
Yeah, because it's calico la fit. Calico la feet.
Feet gun. Okay.
Right.
Feet gun.
Lenora and the feet gun. Beautiful.
This is like the New Age Cedar.
The New Age Cedar. Nasty
Yeah.
times.
The cedar and the feet gun.
Now you can make silly puns like you just got defeated.
Do you want to see my
That's good, that's
feet?
good.
Yeah, see?
You want to see the feet?
You get the idea.
You get it.
Do you want to taste defeat?
Okay.
Not particularly.
Okay, well, I think our business here is concluded. Absolutely conked. as the kids would.
Seems that way. I don't have anything else I'd really like to do apart from speaking to Felton again.
Yeah, let's speak to Felton again.
Yeah.
I don't know if Davey wanted us to stay until we enact his plan of killing him again, actually. Oh, we should do that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yep.
I want to get out of here, man.
Yeah. I mean, he just said, seem we're ready to leave the island, so you can probably do that whenever you want, really.
When we're ready to leave the island. So when our quest with Dagon is done, we can do that.
Today.
Okay, we have to do that now then.
Yeah.
After Felton.
Well, why don't we go see him, and then we'll go see Felton, because then we can ask Davey about what he thinks about Felton joining us.
Yeah, okay. All right, then. We can do that.
Just a quick suggestion. We should probably sleep before we leave. Because we have
Yes,
maybe,
yeah, because we're all drained.
Let's take a rest, and then tomorrow we can speak to Davey and Felton, okay? Let's go
Sorry,
back to the
I actually
cabin.
quite badly need to take a rest. One, because of Katatsu.
Me too.
I'm going to try and just use both level 3s on Remove Curse.
Fair play.
And see if I can uncurse Katatsu and then
Reading my
uncurse his eye.
Right. So, as you all head back to your cabin, you all get into bed, and I imagine for most, sleep finds you quite quickly, including Aspin. Valentine, as you're getting sleep, you're your mind kind of wanders to your wife, and you find it tough to.
You think of that body oddy oddy.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking of
I
that
said, you think of that
body
body,
oddy,
oddy, oddy.
baby.
Oh yes.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Anyway,
then
yeah.
you think about all the other stuff.
Do I get to rest?
You do get to rest. It just
Thank God, because I already removed my my spell uses and shit.
Yeah, good. Lenora, sleep finds you quite fine, really. And does.
I've got no trauma.
Exactly. However, I imagine that Aspin didn't expect to find a quiet night of sleep tonight. In fact, that does not. He is quite right in that.
Oh dear.
As you sleep, you. I will say now, you will get a long rest from this. That's not harm, so don't worry about that. However, you have strange dreams, things you can't necessarily remember at first. But by the morning, there is only one dream you remember. And that was one in which you were in a dark, dark void. You vaguely realise you were screaming. You and many other voices.
Cool.
Voices everywhere. No sources, just voices screaming into the void. And as you lay vaguely lucid in this state, a voice comes from the screams. A voice that is more just the screams being interpreted in your brain. You can't even necessarily hear the words, you just hear their meaning. It's a voice you've not heard often before, but it is one you have heard. One you'd like to have never heard. The voice of Dagon.
Okay. Scary.
And as it speaks to you, it says, that's right. Newest disciple. You slowly become aware of your existence, your purpose, the reason you exist.
I stick my middle finger up at the void.
All around you and echoing laughter. You try to resist still. You try and try and try. And you shall keep trying.
Yeah, fuck you, Dagon.
Years to come. Years and years, probably.
Yeah, probably. Fuck you. You don't know shit. Get out of my head.
What I do know is you will fall eventually.
What I do know is that you suck dick.
Get his ass.
You shall soon realize how useless all of this is, and how much pain it brings not only to you to resist, but to those around you, to those you claim to love. You hurt them with your resistance.
One day I will stick my seed up straight up your poo-poo hole, and you will die. I'll be gone.
That chaos within you. This is exactly why I look at you so fondly.
And it's mine, not yours.
All
Get out of my head.
chaos is mine. I am chaos. And soon you shall realize this.
Aspen just goes, "Pfft. Look at this guy."
Hello to this guy.
He's not taking this seriously at all. He's just like, what an idiot.
So blissful.
Hey, Dagon,
You
you
really
should kill
suck
yourself.
my fat schlong.
Slowly the screams grow quieter.
Like, yeah, that's it. That's it. You get out of here.
Or perhaps you're just getting more used to them. Either way, you fall asleep. Restful sleep again now.
Still not from it.
Yeah. As said, you aren't completely aware if you can't hear the screams anymore because they've stopped or because you're used to them, but at the very least they aren't actively hurting you. In the morning you do wake up.
You do wake up, period.
Around you, in your bed, you notice seawater. Your bed has become saturated with seawater during the night.
Ah, what the hell? Where's the shit? Yes.
Oh my God,
I
it
thought it
pissed
said your
himself.
cum had become inebriated with ocean water during the night. I was like, what?
How
I don't think that's what it sounded like at all.
be inebriated with ocean water.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard.
That little grunt of the Mad Jester. Crazy.
Oh.
Ow, I almost tripped over my slipper. Anyway, I'm back down.
Oh god.
Are we, is this where we're rapping? Not to make a cum
Yo,
joke.
I'm
Is this
feeling
where we're
I'm here to
rapping?
say.
Okay, well,
Okay,
one thing. I wake up and I walk over to Kasatsu as he's sleeping. And I put my hand like in front of his face. And I go, "Remove curse!" Really
Nope.
loud.
Oh fuck!
I'm removing the curse from the tiara. Did it work?
I love that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
it works.
And then I walk over to the eye that I left on the table. "Remove curse!" I shout at the eye as I cast remove curse on it for the second time because I can do that.
As you use it on the eye, make a spell casting check, please. That will be a.
That's not a check we have that exists, is it?
It's not on the. It's not a skill, but it is a check you can make. So it's a d20 plus your cast level for the type of spell you're using, plus the casting modifier for that.
What's my casting modifier?
So you're like that's like strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, whichever one shamans use. Generally,
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah, I thought so. Just make
So,
What are you doing?
baby fuck this.
hang on a second. Step 20
20.
total.
As you cast Remove Curse, I don't know what's happening with him.
Don't mind me, just carry on.
Okay. You notice, like, the wave of purification, like the sort of purification that you put into it, is repelled very strongly by another force. And as you kind of, like, really trying to put this magic through, it makes something of a dent, an indentation in the field around this, but
Does that indentation bounce back after I stop?
you realise that after the spell's cast, it still seems to have removed something from it. There's still slightly less, but it's not
I'm gonna
uncursed.
drop just a drop of bliss on it. Is that a good or a bad?
You notice that it's sort of like it seems to it seems like both are sort of dissolving each other very slightly, though the eyeball seems to sort of recoup itself. It
Okay,
seems
I'm gonna shoot raw bliss at it until the eyeball disappears. What do you mean? I thought you said it hisses away at him.
I mean, like, as the bliss hits it, it pings off into a corner. You shoot it again, and ping, 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 ping.
At this point, I'd probably wake up.
Yeah, you'd be very awake at this point. As a
What
bliss
the fuck is going on?
ball whizzes by your head, followed
What are
by
you
an
doing?
eyeball.
I'm trying to take the dagon out of this eye.
As you stop for a minute to assess its condition, you notice that all that is left is a small ball of metal. But around that, just from tiny little pores in the metal, this just black goo emerges and wraps around in little tendrils. Okay, the eyeball is the same size again.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab it in that cloth that I had, and then I'm gonna go outside and throw it, and then go back inside the cabin.
One other thing I'll also
Disposing
mention.
of it.
One other thing I'll mention to you as well is that the eyeball seems to be looking directly at you at all times.
Now dispose the fuck out of that thing. I'll throw that shit. Get it on. It's gone.
Okay, you throw it away. Throwing it into the ocean.
The ocean. That sounds well.
Okay, where are you throwing it?
On the floor.
Okay, on the floor.
Indeed.
Okay.
Sorry.
Swear to God, if this is that shit that Adric had.
I was going to say, we're
Before we say
repeating this
anything,
story arc, are we?
I'm getting the thing removed
Spencer, we
off
can't
of
hear you.
What was that?
I think because of where you stood, we can barely hear you.
I said, if this is the same thing that Adric had, the first thing when we're seeing somebody before we try and get any questions out of him is getting that thing away from me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was going to say, it took Samedi multiple days to lessen the cursed effect on this eye that I have. I'm not sure what he did to those things that were following Adric, but you probably just can't do this just in an instant, especially not at your level.
Worth a try.
It seems like you're just draining yourself of your blissful energy.
I mean, at the end of the day, this blissful energy cannot run out.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah, but
spell
haven't you
with
described?
use, is it?
Yeah, but haven't you described before that it leaves him feeling really tired and miserable if he uses it too much?
That was more so when he was just trying to figure out in the first place. Now,
okay.
Though for a minute afterwards, you do kind of feel having used this much afterwards, I do feel a bit like, bit bummed.
Mm.
But not awful, just a bit.
Mm.
And now I can move the -5 because that's what has had to will check since he put that crown on.
Awesome. Some super
He
nice.
now has to state again.
Nice.
Okay.
Right. The eye is disposed of for now, at least. The curse on Kasatsu is disposed of. We are all awake. Whether
We're in a good position to lock in next time.
Yeah,
And get
I
shit
think
done.
it's a good place to end the
Yeah,
session.
just end it here. That's cool, mate.
Yes.
Because that means we can start the session with leaving this place. Been here for too long.
Yeah.
I need to. I feel
To
like
be
I'm trapped in
fair,
the
it
same-
was it was
I feel
only
like this
going to
is
be
COVID
so much
19.
energy for a session after that massive battle.
Yeah. This was a necessary wind down. Also, we haven't been that long in game. It's just been so long between sessions that it feels like it's been ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This feels like
So we continue.
COVID-19 stuck in
Um,
Saputo.
Good session, buddy.
Thank you.